Hello. The stream has started. That is a warning to all the players.
No.
Oh,
Just in case.
Yes.
It's okay.
Hi everybody. Welcome to the stream. I have a headache and I hate it. So I'm gonna be the best. I'm not in it. I'm not in it today. I'm gonna be crawling on every opportunity, crawling around like in another room to the other players. I think.
Very in character.
So they.
I'm gonna be talking to your character every chance I get.
I know you are, and one day I will get you back. And you're Welsh, so you will not be able to. You underestimate my power. Feel the hatred. Welcome to Fimbulwinter. Woohoo! Chapter 3. Yes.
Oof.
Yes. This is our little Tuesday show with my wonderful cast here of beautiful people, and a basic Nordic setting. It's not a basic Nordic setting, actually. It's a really complex Nordic setting that Charlie has created and crafted using her powerful mind waves. Waves. I can't wait to get an echo machine thing.
Wait.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, I figure we just jump straight in. And I'll hand over to Charlie, the wonderful DM of this show.
Hang on a sec. Did
What?
Pony just use reverb, but then do it with his mouth anyway?
No, there was no reverb. That was his real voice.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
his,
right,
He just
gotcha.
that skill.
That's just the
Trust me.
power of musicians.
I used to be a bard.
Should we tell everyone what you guys are playing first? Because a lot of people tend to ask that question.
We are playing Shadowrun.
No.
Classic
No, we
brand.
are.
Cyber psychotic Jontron.
No, we can go around if you want to go around. I have a headache. I
around.
just have a headache, so I'm not thinking straight, and I don't know how to present a show.
Brad, please.
I'm sorry.
Brad,
Okay.
just start.
Why
and
are
then
we
you can
here
shut up.
if you're dead?
I know. I don't know. I'm handing over to you, Charlie, so that you can take it away from me.
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Just
the best
start
way
by
to do it.
telling us who you're playing, and then we can forget about you.
All right. I'm playing Rook. He is a child, not a super child like a toddler, but a slightly older child of 16, I believe. Is he 16? Yes,
Young
16. 16 human fighter, and a little bit woo, a little bit way, yeah, I don't know. He's pretty.
When are your characters not a little bit woo, a little bit way? Okay, like every single character that I've ever seen you play is a little bit woo.
Because I'm a shit
I think
player.
this time I'll play an emo teenager.
Yeah, exactly. I think this game I will play a Final Fantasy protagonist.
It's true. This one is Zidane from Final
That's
Fantasy
actually what he
9.
said.
And yeah, in Elle's campaign, I played Squall,
Yeah.
basically a light cleric. It's because I'm a shit player. Everyone expects me to be really good because they're like, "Oh, he DMs some great shows." It's like, yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't concentrate on one player. It's why my NPCs show up like, funny line, and die. I can't actually play. It's all smoke and mirrors. Yeah, I don't know. My character doesn't do a lot, to be honest. This show is carried wholeheartedly by everyone else but me and PG. We and PG show up, do something stupid, and don't help with our shitty rolls because I've got 3 8s to my fucking characters.
Everyone
You did a
Look at the
backflip.
shiny lights. Look at the shiny lights. Okay.
So yeah, don't worry about my character. He'll be back next week. Iron Chef Bobby Flail.
What's up, guys? I'm Bobby. I'm Chef Bobby Flail here on Twitch. I stream all kinds of games on my own channel, but here I'm playing Bjarne, the Aasimar war cleric. I'm not going to tell you too much about him. I'm going to let you kind of experience it during the game, but super religious, loves Odin, and basically hates anybody that doesn't like Odin, and that's sort of the gist of his character. And this is going to be a lot of fun.
clerics.
Clerics.
Ash.
Is it me next? Hi, I'm Distracted Elf. I play Ash. Ash is a very, very, very smart wizard. That's it. That's what she is.
Not going to mention the autism.
What?
She's a little bit.
We're on stream now. No appropriate comment, please.
I thought that was an accurate descriptor.
It is though.
It's close. I feel like, how did we describe it before, Elf, when we were coming up with it? We described it pretty well.
I don't know.
Without saying she was.
Without saying that, yeah.
We said it was extreme intelligence over wisdom, so over like streetwise. It's not autism because that's like a mental health thing. It's just that she's extremely intelligent over being.
I'm just saying, I got that.
I feel like I'm doing the thing where I dig a hole because now someone's gonna be like, "It's actually not mental health. It's a blah blah blah." Because
Yeah, you're digging a hole. Let's just.
I'm white. Okay.
Next person.
Thank you. Shven.
That's me. Hi. I play Sven, who is a Kenku kind of a bird man with a
We
witch
don't know
doctor.
that.
It is. Is it? No, it's not a witch doctor. That's something else. It's just like a. What do you call that mask?
Plague Doctor.
Plague
Plague
doctor.
doctor. That's the one with a plague doctor mask. So no one knows yet that he is a birdman because people don't like birdmen. They're racist. So he's a mysterious kind of. He's about between like 20, 25. Yeah, rogue.
Everyone just nods. All right, Carcer.
I am Peachy Pixelate. I am playing Jontron. Stop picking on me, you fucking mental. I'm a barbarian. Seriously though, what the fuck, dude? I play a barbarian.
I thought
who
it was
has an
gonna be
axe.
me. Because I was like, oh, I've got such a headache. I'm gonna say something fucking stupid and be like, oh, I don't care. But it's Peachy, who has
Definitely
no
not. I don't
excuse other than that he's
I'm just trying to
immersed
trigger
himself.
everyone in the chat right now.
All right, well,
So,
go for it.
Let me know. Let me know if you're triggered.
Whatever. Yeah.
That's it. I'm done.
That's it.
Great.
I'm done. All right. So if you haven't tuned in before, we're playing kind of Nordic-inspired themed campaign. They're in a world called Lavaria, and there are two nations kind of fighting against each other. They're not yet at war, but there's tensions going on. There's Midgard, which is like the north part of the country, and then there's Elaria, where they are. In Elaria, it's more like magic is banned. You're not allowed to use it, and it's very strict rules about what gods you can and can't obey or like have faith in. I don't know the word. Last time they fought an ice giant, they totally severed it. It was pretty great. And then they went back to Rybury and talked to some people. They went into the Black Cat, a kind of a mystic, very shady bar. And Rook licked some drugs. They had a little bit of fun. And now we'll just have to see what happens next. So, I think Rook, you were on the way. You had a lady company, I think.
That's correct.
Who else had
I
lady
fucked
company?
it all up though. I know that I fucked it all up.
Yeah, you had a very.
I
bad
think
experience.
I had an orc or a half orc and an elf.
I was still camped out at the table with all my books and whoever hung around.
Does Esh
there.
even know what time of day it is if she starts
No.
reading? It just
Mm.
becomes.
Probably not.
She could probably sit there for a long time. I don't imagine she would even realize she was like hungry. You know
It's
what
like
I
a
mean?
streamer when they just sit there for so
Yeah,
long.
that's what it
Streamer.
is. Like she just zones in and like gets her study on.
Streamer, except she's intelligent enough to not be a streamer.
Rude. That's metagaming.
I slipped the sickest.
Fucking brutal hits.
I know, I
hits
slipped-
home.
I slipped the sickest Twitch burn in a PewDiePie video yesterday, which I
Oh,
guess
yeah?
is today's video. Which is really, I don't know. He says something
We'll
like,
all
"Oh,
have to tune in and watch that later.
yeah, fuck it, I don't care. No one cares.
Mhm.
Carry on."
All right, Carcer, you had a half orc and an elf, I think, and you rolled a nat 20, I think.
Hmm.
Or yeah. So they were both very satisfied. You had a great time, and in the morning you're gonna feel very well rested, and you actually just paid for one person. They got two, so that's great. Sven and Bjarne, what were you doing during the late hours of the night?
Well, you can go ahead.
I think I just went to bed. I think that I was with Ash, and then I went. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I took one of the rooms.
And Bjorn, did you go to bed too?
Yeah, well, I had bought that opiate stuff as well, like
Oh,
Rook,
yeah.
and I had well, I didn't get the chance to go through the whole thing, but basically he was going to get like the thing, whatever it was, and just have that in his room, and then he was going to do that, and then depending on the role, there was something he may or may not do as well, but depending on how much it affects him, I don't know.
What? Oh, you mean like the drug?
Yeah.
And he was planning on how was he planning on using it?
Well, he was gonna ask like the dragon lady for
Minna.
Minna, just how to use it and the whole shot.
She probably laughed at you, and then she'd offer you like to borrow one, like a beautiful pipe. And she'd show you how to do it, and kind of tell you not to use too much, or things might go bad.
Okay, well, Bjorn definitely didn't hear that, and he did all of it. So I don't know how much that's going to affect him.
You bought 2 dots, I think, Rook?
Yeah, we have 1 each, I think.
Yeah, and that was quite a lot.
It was like a little baggie of powder, right?
Yeah, it was kind of a bag of powder, but it was kind of like it's almost like a paste-ish.
Okay.
And you kind of light it on. But it's
a resin, you could say.
Yeah, exactly. Almost like a wax type thing. I know nothing about this.
She's sitting there like tapping a vein.
Oh God!
It's for research purposes.
I needed to research drugs for my D&D campaign.
Exactly. Let me see. Roll a Constitution saving throw to see how you handle your little things.
Both of us.
Yeah, but Rook, did you?
No,
You'll just licked it, right?
I licked it. Oh, did you actually ingest it correctly, Bjarne?
Yeah, he smoked it.
Okay, then yeah, nothing happened to me. I remember you saying.
But you didn't do anything more with the drugs after you had fun.
No, I would have gone to sleep.
Okay. So
Out of embarrassment.
Bjarne, as you're kind of sitting there sipping your pipe, you kind of take these very heavy inhales, and you see as the room kind of clouds up. Are you smoking in the same room as everyone else?
No, wherever my room. I guess I have my own room, I suppose, or do we have how are our rooms situated?
She offered you all to share 2 rooms, I believe. So you have 2 rooms with like 3 beds in each.
Okay, well, I was just in one of the rooms.
All right. And as you kind of sit there, you feel this calming sensation come over you. It's weird. Have you ever done drugs before?
No, just
No,
drink,
not at all.
You would have drank ale, but that would have been the length of it.
So it's a weird sensation. You kind of feel this pulsating energy through you. You feel kind of tired, but you feel like your body is warm all over. You feel like your arms aren't even there. You feel like you're floating. So roll a 1d4.
Okay.
Okay. And as you're sitting there, you almost start seeing something in the distance. You feel like colors start to kind of change. And you feel as the entire room kind of slowly tips to one side and slowly tips to the other. You feel all the food you had kind of raising up. You feel incredibly sick. Roll another Constitution saving throw.
Oh God. 6.
So, as your body is tired, you can't even kind of get up. You just throw up on the floor. The pipe kind of scutters away to the other side. And I guess you make yourself to the bed. You still feel sick, but it doesn't hurt or anything. You still feel kind of floaty.
And before I go to sleep, he's going to try and pray once again. He's going to sit in his bed and try and keep himself up and just kind of keel over with his hands kind of crossed in a fist, and just sort of try praying and seeing if he can sense anything from his gods again, or if they're just ignoring him, or what the situation has been, because the past few days, every time he's tried to pray or at anything at all, there's been like nothing, more or less. So
you focus in on your God. You say a few prayers. You kind of reminiscent back on your family, those you left back home, and whatever happened to them and how they're doing now. You have a strange feeling. It's cold again. There's no real connection to them. It's almost like they're almost there, but they're not. They're looking away. They don't want to see you anymore. You just get this feeling of betrayal, almost, as the ones you've actually served for like your entire life just now turned against you.
he's basically going to just keep sitting there and keep praying and hoping that changes until he passes out, basically.
Okay.
He probably end up keeling over, passing out on the floor or something, but he's just sitting up on his bed, on the side of his bed, just trying to make some sort of connection.
Yeah, and he's gonna feel you're gonna have a hard time sleeping. You're gonna go from sleeping to waking up, kind of almost puking again, just lying there like, please let this night end. So, morning comes and you all wake up. Each of you in your beds or not. I'm not sure, Ash, did you actually get any sleep?
Nope.
All right. Then
Assuming that nobody like came by and was like, Ash, go and sleep. Like, no, she didn't. She just stayed there all night.
Sven, what did you do?
I slept. No, I slept. I went and took one of the room because I'm sure we got a room, right? We had,
Yeah,
like,
you did. You got 2 rooms.
Yeah, so I just went up and slept in one of those. Very well.
Exactly. So Ash, you set up the entire night. Were you looking for something special? Were you preparing spells or?
Well, of course, preparing my spells for the day, but also like just like general knowledge stuff. I mean, I know that we're sort of going to be dealing with the Watch, you know, or whomever they are, the people we were told to.
The Watcher's Vanguard?
Yeah, there you go. Those guys, the Watcher's Vanguard. And I also know that there was this frost giant that was way too far south, you know, and like reasons that something like that might come to a warmer place, like Ilaria, just in case it wasn't transported here. All that kind of stuff, like just jumping from one thing to the other. Probably nothing that I could like roll for, but
there's no real new knowledge that you have in your books yet. You kind of go through them again, looking after everything you've written down, probably noting everything that's been said since you actually started picking up this book. So you have kind of a manuscript script of everything.
I have the show's script.
You have the entire script. Amazing. You probably read more about the Watcher, like the Watcher's Vanguard, kind of where they are. You know, they have their main operations on the Silver Islands, where they mine silver for their weapons and other bullets and stuff like that. They also have a big camp in Rovalon. I'm not sure have you been there before with your parents?
Probably not.
Probably not. Where were you from again?
I'm from Ilaria.
Which city?
I no idea. I don't know.
Do you want me to pick one?
Yeah, sure. Choose one.
Okay, let's say.
I mean, I have to be trained by the church somewhere, right? So. Yeah,
well, I'd say, Ember Cross Harbor be a good place. It's kind of on the south. So you grew up there. It's kind of by the sea. It's got a local church and fairly close-knit community. So you'd hear about the Watcher's Vanguard, and they've probably gone through, and they have probably questioned your parents many times about your powers, in case you were actually doing the things you were supposed to do, and not becoming this scary sorceress that they wouldn't want you to become. Well, what do you do now? Do you go together and meet up at the bar, get some breakfast?
I mean, it'll be easier to find me.
You also take 1 point in exhaustion from
That's fine.
Survival Night.
Bjorn's definitely still passed out solid. Like someone's gonna have to like hit him with a shovel to get him awake, I'm sure.
We're not in the same room, right? Me and Bjorn, or are we?
Yeah, no, you're not
Me?
in the same room.
It depends. Did you go into the room with the crying 16-year-old or the gnome banging away?
Oh wait, those are the only 2 rooms we had. They had to pick
You
one.
had, you had 2 rooms, and Carter and Brooke, you were led to other rooms, the pleasure chambers, so to speak.
Well,
We paid
Then
good
I would
gold for
probably-
those pleasure chambers.
Right,
Like, I don't have any
No.
money left, so
you spend it on drugs.
yeah, drugs and women.
Yeah. Drugs
I
and
would-
hookers.
I would probably wake up the earliest, I think, since I went to bed the fastest. And I would go down and see who's down in the bar below.
Be,
Or I see
before
one.
you go down,
Yeah.
you see there's kind of the window has been open slightly, so it's this kind of you can just see like a slit of sunlight kind of going into the room. I think Ashton, you are in the same room, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't moved. Like wherever we were sitting at last night, that's where I am, as long as I haven't been kicked out.
And as you kind of look out, you see 2 small claws kind of trickling outside. You see kind of a silhouette of something kind of like small. It's small and black, and you see it's kind of a beak kind of picking on the window.
Well, yeah, I would approach it then. Wait, was the window open or closed? You said?
It's just kind of on just a little bit open, not a lot.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would approach it if it's picking on the window.
Yeah, it's picking on the window.
Is there any way to sense, since I am a birdman myself, like what mood it's in, or if there's anything?
You can't see it yet. I mean, it's not like in.
Oh.
It's just kind of trying to get into the door, kind of squeezing through.
All right, I would go up and open it up a little bit.
As you open it up, it kind of gets a little startled, and then it kind of flexes its wings and flies up on the bed, like sitting there, kind of looking down at you. It kind of twists his head. It doesn't really make any sound, but it just stares at you. You see it's got 2 of these very dark, almost matte eyes that just stare at you. You feel like a whisper in the back of your mind. I see you.
Yeah, would that? Are you talking to me?
And it kind of flaps again and kind of just gently sweeps through, and it sits on your shoulder, kind of pecking on your mask. It's been a while.
Who are you?
I'm no one.
Why are you here?
And then you see outside of the window another one. It's probably, these look kind of like ravens, but they look more like they're from Midgard. They're more rugged, they have thicker feathers, kind of to protect them from the winter. And you see another one kind of swirling outside. It looks up and kind of goes to fly again and kind of goes for the window.
Wait, are they trying to fly out? Yeah.
Yeah, it's trying to fly out again.
No, it's still. Wait.
I'll see you again. And then it kind of flies out. And you're just left in this empty, you're left in this room. You see Ash is just kind of sitting, almost half asleep, still writing and reading in her books. You can roll a perception check if you want, Ash.
Yes, but oh, damn it.
Oh, you can roll.
Yeah. No, I just figured I'll do that later. No, Ash, go ahead.
Hold on. Perception check. No.
Mm.
I don't want to. I don't want to roll for social check.
Oh, you don't have to. It's
I
okay.
have a -4, so screw it.
Sven, you can roll a nature check.
Oh, I'm not super good at that. All right. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'm pretty good at that. I'm kidding.
You are pretty good at that because it's in your nature, and many times in your travels you have encountered many birds of different kinds. Some they're harder to understand, but in body language you know what they want, if they're hungry, if they're angry, if they're smart animals, at least a lot of them. And you've never actually had a bird like this speak to you in this way. It wasn't moving its mouth in any way. It was just kind of staring at you, and you heard it in your back of your mind.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't speak any of it, since I would like to ponder upon it before talking about people with it. But I would, because now I'm in the bar, right? Down with Ash.
Yeah, if you're all going down.
Yeah, no, I would go down there.
Sure.
And she's still sitting at the table reading, right?
Yeah, I don't even look up. I just sort of like see you out of the corner of my eye and just go, hey. You know, like sort of wave without looking up.
Yeah. I would, I guess I would aggressively slam the table then. And be like, hey! Good morning.
What time is it?
What time is it?
You look around. I'd imagine they have clocks. You ask the woman in the bar, Lillian. Oh, it's just let me check. She kind of takes out this small little clock and she looks at it. Oh, it's just a 8:15.
And I look back at Ash and repeat it. 8:15.
All right. Everybody else coming down, or are we?
Depending on what you're doing, I'd say, Bjarne, you're not awake. You're just in kind of like feeling shit. Carcer, you're awake. Ready to start the day. You feel great.
Fully nude push-ups. While staring at Bjorn, just absolutely wrecked on drugs in the corner.
Rook, what do you do?
I would like try and avoid everyone, and go and get myself some private breakfast, out of shame. Everyone's going to take it suspiciously because they were suspicious of me, but it's pure shame, and I don't want to face anyone.
All right. Bjarne and Carcer, do you go down to the bar as well?
Have I woken yet?
Can I pull him out of bed?
Sure, you can pull him out of bed. You're kind of, because people have been starting to stir, you're kind of half awake, you still feel sick.
Wakey, wakey!
I'm going back to bed.
I'm like standing over you, still fully nude.
Yeah, I just literally lie back down and lie on one side and turn away from him and try and go back to sleep.
Should I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter? I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation and like light up the room, make it a lot brighter.
You're not gonna like clean up the vomit, or like he's just entirely sweaty and just you see kind of like vomit on his face. He looks terrible.
I've probably seen worse.
Yeah, you've seen worse.
I've partied
Much
like a
worse.
barbarian and a barbarian, in fact. Like sort of lightly slapping around his chops. Yeah, what's wrong with you, En?
What do you think?
Not
Grab the
very
pipe
clever.
and just kind of throw it at him.
Yeah, you see the pipe. There's almost nothing left in it. Yeah.
What's it smell like?
It smells kind of spicy. I don't know if you've ever actually tasted anything from Husava before. Probably not. So you haven't really smelled that, like it's almost like cinnamony, and also with like a hint of some kind of mushroom or acidic smell to it.
Yeah,
It doesn't smell. You shouldn't eat this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna smash the pipe on the floor or like a wardrobe or something.
Well, it wasn't mine anyway.
All right, you take this beautifully carved pipe. It's made out of wood, and you kind of just smash it against one of the wardrobes, and it kind of just cracks in two, and you see some kind of powder kind of flow out of it.
Is there a
maybe
wash basin in the room?
Yeah, it's a wash basin and some not a vase, but what would you call it? Like a carafe with water in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that to wake him up.
Sure. So
And I'm gonna get real close to him and like in his ear. Your body's a temple, boy.
Which ear do you whisper that into?
The nearest one.
Which is
You
You
decide which
probably-
is the nearest ear to me.
it matters.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The left ear?
Okay.
Because you're being lying like on the side, facing like out, it will be your right ear.
Right ear. Okay.
Yeah.
Literally doesn't react at all.
Have I got enough strength to pick up this giant man?
Well, you can always try. I mean, he's like twice the size of you, but you have a lot of muscles being a barbarian.
I'm mostly con though. Can I try and like lift him like not like just lift him up out of bed. I just want to sort of lift him and try and prop him up.
Firefighters style? Like
No, like just sort of
no?
prop him up in bed so he's sitting.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that without any checks. It's easy. He's tired, but he's not dead weight.
I'm gonna chuck in my water skin. Quickly throw on something around my bottom half and go and try and find some coffee or something.
So you find like this little cloth, probably some kind of towel, and you wrap it around your hips. Give him some water, and you go down again. Bjarne, are you following, or are you gonna stay in bed?
I'm trying to sleep again. Like I probably didn't go to sleep until like I don't know 4 or 5, like the late hours of the night. So like,
Yeah.
probably only had like 2 to 3 hours of sleep.
You
I'm
kind
trying
of
to sleep again.
like shut out the sun. You kind of pull the covers over you again. You switch sides, and you're like, let me sleep. So the rest of you meet downstairs. You see other people starting. There's not a lot of people. It's probably a weekday, so people are either gone to work and or they have already left. You see Lillian, she's cooking some bacon. You feel this smell in the air of freshly cooked eggs and some spice in the air. You want some food, love? You all look very hungry.
Can I hop up into the bar? Just sort of
Into
sit
the
on there.
bar?
Sit
Yeah,
on
you
the
can jump
bar.
on the bar.
It's quite like tall because I'd have to be like this, right?
Yeah, it's quite tall. Roll an athletics check just to see if you can kind of get up, because you're also trying to hide your intimates while you're doing it. You kind of have a loincloth going on.
Am I though? 16.
Okay, so without showing your intimates, you kind of jump up, lean on the desk. She kind of takes him back, like, all right, looks like you had a very nice night. What do you want?
You got any coffee back there?
Yeah, sure. We have some black from Kuzava, and we have some Alarian ones.
Something that's strong enough to wake you up, but not completely send you blind.
That'll probably be like Trusava, just a little bit. Not too much, because that can get you really worked up, you know. She kind of pats you on the shoulder, whips her blonde hair back, goes back, and you hear this like as she pours up coffee. And there's more people coming around, some sitting by the bar, drinking some coffee or taking some food. So what everyone else doing?
I mean, I look over at my bird companion, my bird-faced friend Sven, and say, so we're supposed to be doing something with the Watcher's Vanguard soon, right? Or doing something against the Watcher's Vanguard. I don't really remember the details. I wasn't really listening. You all seemed to think it was a very good idea, and I was not happy about it. That much I remember.
I believe we were either going to sabotage or help them. I don't think we came to an agreement.
Those two things are very different on different ends of the scale. I guess we'll have to wait for Bjarn and Brooke and all those other people to come down.
Have you seen the dragon lady today?
Maybe? No, I don't think so.
You don't think you've seen her, but as you kind of think about it, you see her kind of talking to some regulars. She looks as beautiful as always with her brass kind of scales. Got a beautiful necklace on, and now she's wearing these crimson robes to kind of flatter her beautiful skin.
I mean, she's over there.
Oh. Well, we'll wait for Bjorn.
Oh, of course. The person who's supposed to be talking to people about the things that we're going to do. Though I was told that I was the leader in these things, but you don't seem to listen to me very much, so it doesn't really matter. Never mind.
How about the frost giants? Did you find out anything overnight?
Nothing I didn't already know.
Roll an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
So as you've been kind of experimenting with putting a spell into this gem, you realize that you could probably store one spell in here and then somehow use that spell if you would need it.
What I can tell you is the gem that we found, or the gem that you found, the gem that I took from you when you offered it, was definitely some kind of storage device, but it seems to be a storage device for some kind of magic power container, as in I can cast a spell into it and then use it later, and not have to worry about memorizing it necessarily, or making sure that the scroll is nearby, or having it in my art book here with the like showing the various drawings and diagrams of spell components, or having the materials necessarily if it's all stored away. But that doesn't help us with the frost giant necessarily, unless the frost giant was summoned using a spell that was stored in the gem, which is possible because there are magics that are incredibly potent and would be able to summon something like a frost giant, but those are above my ken at this point in time.
So the frost giant wasn't inside the gem. The spell might have been, but the actual giant was not.
The giant may have been, if you could condense the giant down with some kind of spell-like thing. But really, it's academic. It's not important. It doesn't matter whether it was in the gem or a spell to summon it was in the gem. The result is that the gem was the thing that was used to make the frost giant exist where it was, because there's no reason that a frost giant would come down all the way from Nilfheim to Ilaria. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. And if I don't understand, it doesn't make any sense.
That took you 7 hours to figure out?
No, that took me about 5 minutes just now.
Oh.
The other 6 hours and 55 minutes were used on pursuits of a more erudite nature, more of my own personal interest, making sure that the spells that I'm casting, of course, are going to work exactly as planned and don't blow up in your face or my face and ruin what would otherwise be a lovely day.
All right. You want some coffee?
Yes, that would be nice. Certainly.
I'll walk back to the bar then and ask for some coffee. Two, actually, I want some too.
I
She
also
looks
want
down at
coffee.
you.
I'm like doing this in the background.
You see as like both Sven and Brooke kind of go forward. She leans over, her bosom kind of almost spilling over the counter. "Ah, you want some coffee as well?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, please.
wait, right, love. All right. Just wait a second. Do you want something to eat? Maybe some eggs, a little bacon. I got
As,
everything right here.
as liquid as possible, please.
All right. She kind of looks at you like, I mean, we'll have some. I think we have some soup back there. I could get that. It's okay.
Soup would be great, thank you.
All right, I go heat up right now. Yeah, I'll be right back. And she kind of
I
in the same.
just the straight up like as liquid as possible. Like,
It's not often people just ask for like liquid food. But just
side note.
okay. She won't judge.
Side note, Ash definitely looks like she's been awake all night. You know that look where your hair is just like a little bit messed up and you know your glasses are slightly skew. That kind of
There's a
look.
tiny little bit bloodshot.
Yeah, there's like the little bit of
Little
like
rim.
a bag on her eyes.
Yeah.
So you see as she kind of goes back, she comes out holding these 3 cups with black coffee in them. She puts out a small kind of jug of milk. And she comes out with a soup. It looks delicious. She's not quite sure how you're going to drink it, but she gives it to you. And she kind of gives you a plate with like some eggs and bacon and some sausages for everyone else. Yeah, that's what she gives you. Don't burn your tongue. It's very hot. Just be careful.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be fine. I'll take out because I would assume that his straw is a very precious item because he uses it all the time to eat. So it would be in like a silver case or something. And then he opens it up and like puts it down and closes the case and then
It's like an entire contraption, you know, like
Yeah.
These very old-fashioned
Yeah.
spy glasses. And they
Yeah.
kind of, it's kind of like that, but just
It's telescopic. It has like the.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know there are easier ways to consume food, right? Like taking off your mask and eating without a straw.
I have the mask for a reason. If I could, I would.
Are you ill? I know a
No,
lot about. Oh.
I'm a doctor. For Christ's sake.
Very well. Fair enough.
Sven.
A doctor, yes, I suppose. Keeping yourself uncontaminated is important.
And you kind of look at, you see Rook kind of a bit hiding in the shadows, drinking his coffee. He looks like he hasn't slept a lot too.
I'm going to put a little bit of the powder in the drink and just mix it with my little finger. I wonder if it will work now.
How was your night, Rook?
Was very fantastic. Yes. I have had not much sleep thanks to all of sex.
Rook,
The
do you
what?
happen to know whether we are sabotaging the Watchers of Vanguard or we are helping them? Because I do not remember.
I think we said that we will stop them from not our sabotage. I have no idea. I just said I would come along and help either which way for the money.
Also a note for Ash. You know they were talking about a library. And they were talking about burning books.
Oh.
Just a thought, like just a thought of them burning all of these precious texts with all this information, just everything that could be learned from them, and all that would be lost if they were to go to waste. You just imagine, you remember once when you were at a bar and you saw someone sitting with a book, they just spill their coffee at it. And you just felt like they had destroyed something precious.
It's rather important that we deal with the whole thing soon, because they are doing, as my notes have determined, and other knowledge that I've been accruing over the course of the last 6 hours and 55 minutes, 58 minutes now. There's a library, and I don't really know the details. What I do know is books are important, and destroying them is bad. Doesn't sound like much, but I'm very tired.
Well, go wake Bjorn, and it will be over quicker. Let's just sit and sip.
It's just kind of a quiet as he just sits there with his tiny straw. You see other people kind of looking. You see just Lillian, the barkeep. She's kind of just staring at you like, all right. And she kind of goes back to whatever she's doing. She accepts you. She's seen a lot of weird people.
Oh, I guess through my eyes you can see me like looking back, smiling, because my eyes goes like this. It's like a friendly little smile through the eyes.
It's adorable. So, what are you doing now? It's going on. People are finishing their breakfasts.
I'm waiting for the freaking other last member of our group to show up. That's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna go wake
Go
him.
up and wake him.
Why must I be the one? Why can you not do it? I have to stay here with all of my belongings.
Because I'm eating.
Fair. Rook,
Yes.
why don't you wake him then? You're not doing anything, are you?
How
Oh,
high is Rook right now?
0.
Um,
It doesn't work, right? I have to smoke it.
let me see.
Oh. Because
Okay.
I ate it before and nothing happened. But so I
Yeah.
figured.
As you kind of mix it in with the hot coffee, you see how the kind of it looked kind of like powder, but it's more kind of like beads that stick together. It kind of falls apart and it kind of fizzes up to the surface. You see kind of this
Oh.
small layer of kind of greenish red kind of turning against. It looks kind of weird, but it still smells like coffee. And as you kind of sip it, first you kind of get this, but you get the caffeine. You feel a little sick. You feel your tongue kind of very loose. It's kind of hard to talk, and you feel like your face kind of goes, because it goes like it kind of attacks them. It's getting harder to kind of drink the coffee.
Mm.
It's kind of like falling down your neck right now.
I'll go and get Bianca.
Good.
I go drag my mug
Did
of
you-
coffee and start to stumble towards Beyond.
Did you burn your tongue?
And if I think and carry on walking away.
You spill some coffee on the way.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. When you get back down, come and see me. I will deal with whatever it is that you've done to yourself. I don't speak that language, but I can.
I'll walk out of the room.
You find your way where Björn is still sleeping. You see kind of this big form lying underneath the covers, hiding from the sunlight.
Wait,
I'm
aren't I
kind
giving
of-
him coffee?
He's
Oh,
still in
did,
there.
oh, did you bring coffee to?
Yeah,
Björn?
that's why I went to get coffee.
I don't think
Okay.
we went back up.
You didn't go back up. You didn't. I don't.
That was the idea.
Okay.
Can I appear in the doorway, just spilling coffee, tongue lolling?
Yeah. So, Carcer, you kind of went up, and you were kind of trying to shake Bjorn. And as you see a rook kind of staring there, a coffee kind of drips down and kind of goes all over the floor, and he looks terrible. It's like he
You're
can't
right there,
sleep.
Rook.
Ja, van den deur.
I'm sorry, what?
Nee, als not deals.
I look at him and I look back to Bjorne. Do you happen to smoke a pipe last night?
No.
You'd probably kind of, as you see his cup, it's kind of spilling out. It's a different color than coffee. And it's got kind of that same acidic. You can kind of feel the smell coming from his face. The aroma is the same cinnamony and acidic smell.
Can I pull him into the room, close the door, push him against the wall, and go through his pockets?
Yes. Go ahead.
I do that.
He's just kind of sticking out his
Assuming that,
tongue.
yeah, he lets you.
I mean, I don't think I would really not. If I'm like kind
Yeah,
of out,
you're
how out of
kind
it
of-
am I mentally?
You're not really out of it mentally, like
Oh, then fuck
it's
him.
kind of
I'm
the
like, oh,
placebo effect. You think you're just out. You just think you think you're seeing things. It's really just if your face is kind of.
I'm lightly
Lost all
slapping at his
control.
face while he's trying to touch my stuff. Yeah,
It's like being licked by a kitten.
it's like nothing to him, but.
But it's a Slavic kid.
So if I find it wouldn't be a baggie. I don't know what.
It was kind of like a little like a goodie bag thing. You find it. It's empty. Yeah, it's empty. And it's the same kind of thing. It smells exactly the same, and you see that Bjorn has probably got one as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna like spill his coffee on the floor. And
It kind of mixes with the vomit, just creating this disgusting
grief.
pile of goop that probably Lillian will have to clean up after you.
And Bjorn is still asleep and hasn't touched the coffee, so I'm gonna force feed Rook some coffee.
Rook can roll a Constitution saving throw.
Great, now I'm gonna poop myself. Actually, I got a pretty good constitution score.
That was Bjarni. Did you roll?
Because we
Yeah,
selected.
they haven't
Oh,
said
hit
to my
me on-
name.
We said it to be at
Yeah.
the beginning. That was me. Do you want me to do it again?
I
For the
didn't
name.
even see your roll.
That is me. That Bjorn roll
Oh,
is
that
me.
is you.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the
That is
same plus, same bonuses, abilities bonus.
No, I think
Yeah,
I just
Whatever.
I roll. I think it's just the name that changes. The
Okay,
sheet
it doesn't
change.
matter. So as kind of Carcer is kind of pouring down this very hot coffee in your mouth, you can't really control your tongue. It just kind of spills all over. You feel yourself kind of choking, like, and you feel yourself thinking, "Am I gonna die by coffee?" You're kind of getting like kind of red in the face, and you, Carcer, you see that he's not. This is not doing good.
Oh, God.
You're killing me.
Pull the coffee. You can't even fucking drink coffee on this shit.
Coffee.
And soon, Brooke, you kind of move your mouth, and you feel it's kind of coming back slowly.
Yeah.
You can kind of still not feel your gums, but you're getting there.
Well, you tried to kill me with coffee.
Because you'd rather kill yourself with whatever was in that party bag.
Well, you're definitely going to kill me with coffee. Now it's double damage.
With advantage. Right. You, no more of that stuff.
I have none left.
How much money you got?
I have no money.
Can I tell he's lying? I'm not very...
I'm
you
not
have
lying.
any
I have,
left?
well, I have 5 silver in total, but I'm like, I have no money. Not enough to buy drugs.
Roll
It's 5
a
silver enough to buy
perception
it.
check. Roll a perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
You go
You
blind.
don't have any money left.
Oh, I have none left.
gone.
It's gone. Fucking.
It's
that
gone.
Stupid whore. All right. That's what she actually is by trade. I can say it. It's fine.
Fucking brutal.
I'm like, I have actually no money. And
Well,
I
it's like-
attempt to prove it, but the thing is, I store my money in all sorts of weird places. Remember, I store my money in little bits
Oh,
of my boots
yeah.
and stuff. So I don't know if she would have found it.
Was that the money?
Well,
that
I
yeah,
normally
okay.
keep
Then
some
you
like
have you have your 5 gold. You have your 5 gold.
it's
in your-
silver.
in your
It's
case.
literally nothing.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
like I'm still like I have no money. Either way.
You want to insight that, or will you?
Yeah, I'm not very good at that, but I'll try it.
Okay, roll a deception check, Rook, if you want to.
I'm not deceiving him. I'm telling the truth.
You don't know that you have any money left.
Oh, I mean, when I say I have no money, I mean I have 5 silver, which is the
Almost.
equivalent.
You don't
of
have
no
enough
money.
to
You
buy.
have
to
a
buy
low
drugs.
enough amount that it literally doesn't matter.
Yeah.
With that
Okay.
4, I think he didn't.
I accept
I
that.
want insight then.
Okay, so you kind of feel that he's a poor boy without any money.
He's
You
just
get
a
that
poor
feeling,
boy from a poor family.
Right, you see Bjorn over there?
Well, yes.
This is what happens when a man, basically the size of a bear, takes drugs. What do you think it's going to do to you?
It does nothing. This stuff is more effective in coffee, but you eat it, nothing happens. It's shit.
So we're agreed then.
Yes, it was waste of money.
Good lad, good lad.
He is just weak.
I look over at this like rippling muscular man, just huge.
Yeah,
He-
I mean,
his
I do
feet are
the
probably
same.
hanging over the side of the
I
bed.
do the same thing, but I'm like internally weak to drugs.
Bjorn, you kind of start waking up. It's no use to sleep anymore. They've already wasted any kind of dreams you've had. So you kind of wake up as well.
I'm just gonna stay laying there for a while, just listening to them.
You notice he kind of moves, but it's not really getting up.
His arm is bigger than me.
Yes.
So if he can do that to a fully grown man, what do you think it's going to do to a little whipshite like you?
Well, it did nothing to me. You see,
You couldn't speak a minute ago until I tried to drown you.
I was speaking.
No, you weren't, mate.
You have problem with your tiny ears.
You saying I got tiny ears?
Look, Bjorn is awake. And then I run away. I fucking run away. He freaks me out. Everyone
Scutters down the hall.
Everyone freaks me out in this group. Like everyone. Yeah, you
You're-
do because you're a magic user. You freak me out.
And Rook, if you kind of scuttle down, you almost walk into Minna, the dragonborn. She kind of looks at you like,
Ugh.
"Take it easy, kid."
Mm. And then can I look at how she's looking at me? Because I'm now nervous as to whether the hooker told her that I performed really poorly last night.
She just kind of looks at you like,
Disdainfully.
"Hurry along now."
Yes. Good day. Goodbye. And I walk very stiffly and
Day.
swiftly away.
You feel her eyes kind of in the back, like in your back as you walk away.
Everyone
Um,
here, I assume, is I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to make eye contact with anyone here who is part of the staff of this.
We think
brothel.
everyone knows.
I
you've
just
done.
assume that they all know, yeah. And then I'll just hurry back to the table and sit down. Ish.
You notice kind of Lillian's eyes kind of drift over you. She looks, poor guy. I know it's got really. I mean,
Ish.
yeah,
Bjorn
I
is awake.
had a really bad experience. I mean, he's really young. He thinks I
We had to
know,
go-
but oh my
Did
god.
we not have to see that captain, the Captain Lawrence? We should go there now, yes?
Actually, I needed to speak to, I believe his name was Rizard, about the gem.
Yeah.
That was the person. That I needed.
We should go there now. We should.
Well,
go
did
there.
you wake? Did you wake Bjorn?
He's on
We
his
have
way.
to wait
He
until
says-
Bjorn wakes up.
He said he will meet us outside.
Oh,
Oh,
right
well
then.
then.
and I start packing up my stuff because I have literally 0 incense motive. Like,
Yeah.
-4 incense motive. You could light a ash all day.
And as she kind of puts like up her books, you see she's kind of, I mean, from all those like years of like carrying a bunch of books, she's kind of buff in like the shoulder parts.
He's
Your buff
strong.
shoulders.
Do you have a
Ash
strength
is-
score?
Yeah, Ash is 12 strength.
Really, you're
Ash
stronger
is-
than me.
Ash is a 12 strength and an 18 dex.
Damn.
You're
Kind of
faster
flexes
than
her
me as
muscle.
well.
Yeah.
I'm a dex-based fighter.
So she just sort of like starts, packing up her bag.
Fucking
I do the
hell.
same with my straw.
Kind of clean it off a bit, kind of
Yeah.
making sure it's nice, putting it back.
Aww.
Is it like a sniper rifle case? You gotta
Yeah,
take-
that's pretty much it is because you need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to, like,
It's beautiful.
As I
it
like,
takes
I
about
want
the
to
same time.
stride out, and as I do so, I will like just before I step out the door, I'm just gonna kind of loudly say, "I will be back when I am not fucked up on drugs." Fucked up on drugs, and then walk out the door and stand outside and,
So-
and cry.
So I follow you outside, and there's that lovely feeling of like, when you leave somewhere that's like super warm, maybe a little bit too warm with like people and stuff, and then there's like the street and it's like cold enough that it's like a nice temperature outside. Like you've been in a stuffy room for way too long and you didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So step outside and have a nice breath of fresh air.
And as you kind of have this breath of fresh air, as you exhale, you see your breath kind of glimmer as this kind of cloud just kind of whiffs past you. You see these small kind of grass parts of the street. It's kind of covered in these small frosted crystals, and the sidewalks are kind of layered with this glimmering glitter of frost on it. The morning dew probably just froze during the night.
Very nice.
As we go outside, I'll just because I knew that he went up with ladies, right? I knew that. I think I saw that, or was that before?
I think you probably saw him going away with the lady.
Then I'll go out. I'll just tap him on the, nudge my arm against him. How'd it go?
Very well.
Nice.
Do you want to insight check him?
No, I'll believe him. He's an innocent young man.
Bros.
He's not very. Rook, are you good at lying?
Probably not. No, 8 is one of my 8. Charisma is one of my 8 scores.
Okay, so you notice he's kind of, yeah, it went great. He's not really. You have sometimes when friends know each other, they see the real inside. You kind of recognize the feeling of someone having had a bad experience.
I still wouldn't pay no mind since once again I feel sorry for him either way because he was fucked up on drugs.
Yeah.
Now, assuming that the directions that Captain, I believe she was Captain Lawrence, gave to us.
Him, it's a guy.
The other one, the one that we rescued from the place, was a woman.
That's Lieutenant Harmon. That's a
Lieutenant Harmon.
woman.
Assuming the directions that Captain Lawrence gave us, I'm just wondering where I said her.
I also
There-
thought
You haven't been sleeping in the entire night, so your
Never
mom was-
mind. Captain Lawrence gave me directions, and I remember them precisely to where we can find this.
Let us
prize
go there now.
fellow, the local wizard.
Carcer and Bjarn, how's it going for you guys?
So I get changed and put on more clothes. Although it's
So-
probably a loincloth anyway, so it looks like I'm wearing less clothes. I'm just more secure down in the... Yeah.
Yeah. And you have tattoos, right, Carcer?
Sure.
Sure. I agree with tattoos.
I am
Anyway.
covered in tattoos.
Bjarne, you now actually see all of his tattoos. They're of this kind of old Nordic nature. You see, it's probably been like hand picked with like this kind of deep blue ink.
You said they were like Nordic style tattoos?
Yeah.
I guess as I see them. Do you worship?
I only worship one god.
Who's that?
And I slam my axe down.
Just give him a look of. I just sort of shake my head. What? What's that?
This here is my own personal god. He is my savior. No, she. She is my savior and my girlfriend. No, best friend.
And with that, I sort of like get up. If that's your god, then you should have got that tattooed on you instead of all that stuff.
What do you think this says?
It's probably tattoo over your eyes.
I look at
Because
it.
she's your girlfriend as well. It's on your hand.
Best friend. I didn't want to go to the girlfriend route because, you know, the implications.
And what's
I
that?
saw him with a D-string wrapped round his bollocks.
Like those guys that fuck cars. Have you ever seen those guys?
Yeah, we're definitely going with best friend here, not girlfriend.
It's cards now. Excuse me. Let's keep it in character. Cards.
Carts.
Anyway, let's get ready and get down. I could use a drink or some food or something. Have you seen Mina?
I'm not. You didn't actually. You were kind of too occupied to really see her, but you're sure she's down there somewhere.
Yeah, she's down there. There's bacon cooking.
You want to get me some?
Unfortunately, Rook drank all your coffee.
Yeah, it's fine.
It was kind of my fault, though.
I don't need coffee. Can you get me some bacon? And I'm gonna get dressed.
Well, excuse me, madam. And I walk out like over the top.
Yeah, I start getting. I'd say I probably slept in like just like a shirt, and then my lower armor was on. I'm just gonna put on like my chest plate and stuff, or like I guess it's like the chainmail or scale mail. So I'm just putting on the shirt of that and putting my cloak on and my mask on, and then I'm gonna kneel down and I'm gonna start praying again. I'm waiting for him to come back upstairs.
You take like a couple of minutes just saying your morning prayer, just like normally. In Carcer, you go down, you get some bacon. Leoline looks at you, she kind of winks at you again. And she kind of tends to the other people. You kind of go down, and you as well kind of exit the Black Cat pub. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Hell yeah. It's a break. It's a break. Go and get yourself some ayahuasca so that you can have some fucked up, trippy, try and speak with the old gods. Yeah.
Brad, we don't do drugs on this stream. We don't talk about that.
We don't do drugs on the stream, but people in chat need them to endure us.
On the stream.
So go and get, I guess if you get like an iPad and then do drugs off of the iPad while watching us, you're sort of doing drugs on the stream with us, even though we're not doing drugs on the stream, apart from in character.
That's only
My God, man.
I don't know. I have actually had a
Keep
lot
talking,
of,
Brad. It'll get better.
I've had a lot of drugs today, but it was
Yes.
headache pills. I've powered back so many of them that I've lost my sense of right or wrong. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes.
See you soon.
See you soon. Hey everybody, welcome back to Fimbulwinter
Beautiful elf.
with with your host, Distracted Elf, who will pass the
This
baton
is
on.
a social eating stream now.
Yeah.
Mm,
Nom, 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 nom.
hickory stick.
And it's not sponsored by
Oh, it
Oreos
is.
or hickory sticks.
It's sponsored by edibles.
Buy edibles, just all edibles.
All
This
edibles.
is all edibles.
Every
Um,
possible thing.
brownies,
The problem is this falls like directly in my eating time. So, you know, that's life. That's life. I gotta eat. That works.
Absolutely, it's good to eat. So,
No one cares.
All right, so I'm headed to Ryzard's place.
I'm
do you
following.
remember the
You didn't
way?
wait for Bjorn?
No.
I mean, I got told Bjorn was gonna meet us there. By
Outside the
Brooke.
building, right? I mean, he lied though. So Rook lied, but
Yeah, Rook lied, but as you're kind of standing there and they're kind of chit-chatting and you're looking out over this little town, you see both Bjarni and Karser. They kind of go out. Bjarni's looking pretty rough. Karser is kind of glowing. He's got that natural kind of highlighter on that you get when you're really happy.
Every fourth step I skip.
I've never experienced that highlighter in my entire life. I've never looked
I
good.
think you need more highlighter.
That
in your
explains
eye.
everything about this fucking face.
Mm.
Now I'm annoyed.
Brad.
Your
Brad.
girlfriend is literally
Brad.
a wizard of makeup.
Yeah, well, makeup can do it, but she said natural makeup, natural highlighter
Yeah,
of
that-
happiness.
That's what my concealer's called, natural.
Maybe it's
If you don't
Maybelline.
have it,
Maybe
you
he's
think it.
happy.
Maybe it's just drugs.
Brad's just sitting there like this D&D game's getting too real, you know, like that he's never experienced true joy in his
Must.
life. Like,
Insert nihilism into funny game.
So you're all outside. You're looking out over the town. It's kind of the sun is still shining. You see a couple of clouds in the sky. It's still humid, but you feel it's kind of on the minus side. You all kind of see your breath as you breathe. You feel the winter is coming, slowly but surely. Bjarni and Karser. Sven, you were from Midgard as well, right? Or were you from Kusava?
No, I was from. I wrote this down. I'm from
Kusava.
Zava.
Okay, cool. So everyone, Karser and Bjarni, you kind of feel this familiar cold. It's very nice on your skin. Very refreshing.
I guess I take a step outside after eating the bacon that Carcer brought up and just take a deep breath. And, reminds me of home. So, what are we doing?
We're off to see the wizard.
yes, we're going to visit Ryzard, who was going to tell us some more information about the gem, as well as maybe give us some direction as to where we would be headed.
Well, I thought we made up that decision last night.
What exactly did we decide? I honestly can't remember, only because, and not because I wasn't paying attention, but because I remember being against the idea, and then you all saying we were going to do it anyway. So,
Wasn't it something about protecting some books, Esh?
Yeah.
yes, protecting some books, yes. Must
Well,
defend the library.
let's go check out this gem. Who was it that we had to go see? Ash?
Ryzard.
Okay, well, let's do that and then come back here and talk to Mina.
Yes, Captain Lawrence gave me directions as to where to find them.
You remember the directions. It was follow the path. By the square, you were supposed to take a right, kind of down a little bit, and then you would come up to this kind of crossing, and you take another right. So as you walk through, you follow that path as good as you can remember. You see different people, mostly Illyrians, just walking through. They're going about their day. You kind of see children kind of scuttering around. Some soldiers walking past, they kind of nod at you. They probably heard about the news at Fort Home. And they seem to respect you for it. After a while, you come up to this house. It almost looks like a small tower. It's kind of on the side of different small buildings that sit together. And on the edge, there's kind of this white tower. It's probably like two planes of it. There's a door. It's kind of this beautiful oak wood. And it doesn't actually have any indication of who lives there. But it looks nicer than the other houses.
So I walk up to the door and knock.
After a while, you hear kind of this swooshing sound. You see something on the other side. Well, you don't see something. Never mind. It's not. It doesn't have a window. And you see as kind of the handle goes down, and something opens the door. As it opens the door, you see this form. It's kind of shifting. It's in this blue kind of ethereal color. It's got its hands behind its back, and it kind of bows down. And says, how can I help you?
Yes, hello. I'm Etenezra Kilianthiel, looking for Rizard the Wizard, or knowledgeable fellow. I didn't get an exact title, but I'm sure you can correct me. I have a gem here. I take it out that I was hoping to get more information about specifically.
I will inform my master about your coming. I'll be right back. And he closes the door on your face.
I wait patiently.
You wait a while.
Did he take the fucking gem?
No, he didn't take the gem. He
I was
didn't
about
even
to kick a
look at
fucking door in.
it.
By the way, the gem has a detect thought spell stored in it right now.
Okay.
Just because from last game.
After a while, you hear a couple of steps kind of walking towards the door, slowly. You see as the door kind of opens again, and you see the same ethereal form kind of standing there. You see kind of the outlines, maybe a mustache, like the hair goes back, and he's wearing some kind of formal working outfit. And next to him, you see a human. It's a human male with this slim form. He's quite tall, and he's got this pale skin with blue eyes and kind of a white hair slicked back. It's kind of shaved on the sides, and you see these kind of tattoos crawl up towards his face and kind of on his neck. He's wearing a gray kind of cloak on him with beautiful, intricate golden embellishments on it. He looks at you and he says, yes, how can I help you?
I was hoping to learn some things about a gem that recently came into our possession. There was a frost giant up at the fort, and this was the only thing we could find left over after the destruction and the rescue of those who were alive. And so I'm hoping that the two things are related.
Fort Home, right?
Yes.
That's where you came from. All right, would you like some tea, everyone? You're free to step inside. He kind of goes back and he kind of looks at the ethereal servant and he kind of, please, could you make us some tea? He said, yes, sir, of course. And he kind of floats away into the house.
I go and I step inside if distance is, appropriate. If he steps back, so I get it.
Distance is appropriate. He gets down. He looks at you. Right this way. He walks past. He kind of walks into the room, and you see as the hallway. It's beautiful, simple. You see small trinkets kind of on the hanging from the ceiling. It looks like some kind of protective, magical totems, maybe. small trinkets of different kind of cultures. The floor is of kind of white marble. And as he leads you in further, you see kind of as you walk past a living room, it's filled with bookcases on the entire walls, and you see this beautiful little table in the middle and some cups of tea kind of sitting there still. Yes, you're welcome to sit down.
Of course. We are, of course, also hoping that this won't take very long. We have other places that we need to be, and things we need to do. Not that I want to pressure you to work quicker or anything. I'm just hoping that maybe you have some relevant information that is readily available rather than, requiring in-depth research.
Of course. What is it that you need? He kind of shows you to the sofa, and there's a couple of chairs as well.
As I said, what I'm hoping to deduce is whether or not a frost giant could have been summoned using this gem that we found at the fort. Because if so, then we know where the frost giant came from. Otherwise, I have to keep looking and figure out why something that large and that agreeable in cold weather roamed so far from its home to come and destroy a fort.
Much information. Yes, I know about what happened at Fort Home. I have been informed about the tragics that happened here. Could you show me the gem?
Of course. I hand the gem over.
He kind of takes it.
I have since messed with it a little and tried a few things, and it appears to be able to store spells. One of my own is in there currently.
He reaches out, and you see as he does, you see his entire hand is also covered in tattoos. He takes it, and he kind of looks at it, turning it around. I have the hiccups. And he kind of stops for a second, kind of turns it around. I see. I'm not familiar with this gem. Although with further research, I could probably bypass its origin if that's what you would like. And it seems like you have successfully landed a spell in it also. And he kind of, you see how a little shimmer of light comes from his hand. Detect the thoughts, right?
Of course. Something useful, after all.
Yes. What level is it?
It's a level 2 spell.
He kind of laughs a bit. Well, I mean, if you would need it, I suppose. He kind of takes it, and after a while, you see it just kind of floats up, and it starts kind of circling in his hand. And after a while, you see small letters kind of coming through. They kind of shine with this blue color. He turns around again. This is Old Norse. I cannot read it.
Not my area of expertise either, sadly. One of you can, though, can't you? I seem to remember.
Old Norse.
You could try to roll a history check just to kind of see if you can kind of reminiscent about something.
Would religion
know
work
what to
at
say.
all for Old Norse?
Um.
Because he is proficient in religion.
Sure.
Okay. 10.
You kind of try to look closer at it, but it's makes no sense. You're not even sure you've ever seen these letters before. They seem incredibly old.
Nothing I'd notice.
And for an ice giant to be seen in Ilaria. It's been so very long since that ever happened.
That would be why I was concerned.
Yes, of course. It's very concerning. And you see as the ethereal servant kind of comes in with the tea, holding everything in its hand. Rysard, he kind of takes some tea, and this servant will come up and give each of you a cup of tea if you'd like. You accept it?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I will take a cup. Yeah,
Definitely.
I'll ready my straw already.
Do you have like a straw that you bring with you like everywhere you go, or?
Yeah, like a silver straw in a silver case or something, like a really nice one.
Do you have different straws for different types of liquid?
Probably one for food and one for
Yeah,
drink.
that would be a thicker one. Yeah.
One for more chunky soup.
Chunky soup.
I'll bring out my tea straw.
Your tea straw. The tea, it tastes great. It's kind of sweet, a bit spicy, but it is delicious. Now the orb is just kind of floating in the air in front of him, and he's kind of sipping his tea, kind of looking at it. And after a while, he kind of looks at you, Rook. And you see how the orb kind of just falls down. He looks at you and kind of stares at you. He stops drinking his tea. Oh, yes, he kind of puts down his tea. He takes up the gem. I'm not sure I can help you. This is, I would need more information. It's probably hard to decipher. Yes, he kind of nervously scratches his head, looks around, drinks a bit more tea.
Is he telling the truth?
Do an insight check.
Yeah.
I want to know if he's casting a spell on me. Because, for the record, ever since we entered this place and there was a fucking ghost that opened the door and then all these magic totems and shit, I've been unsettled at best. Can I insight check him? Because he was looking at me.
Sure.
I'm more checking to see if he's casting a spell on either me or he's annoyed that I'm the only one that didn't drink the witch's potion tea that he gave everyone and they're all going to die. Like, that's what I'm thinking is going on. Oh, hey, look at that. I mean, I know it's only a shitty 11, but I'm always expecting like 2s and 3s with Rook.
I'm assuming Rook didn't drink the tea because he's getting flashbacks to being drowned with coffee earlier.
I am
Yeah,
100% daintily sipping tea.
My excuse would have been that I have had too much hot coffee and I don't want any more like hot drinks, and that's why I didn't want any. But I 100% just believe that it's poison because it was given to me by a magical spirit ghost entity creature that freaks me the fuck out.
Let me see. Rook, roll an Arcana check with advantage.
Ooh, Arcana is something I know a little something about. Boy.
Okay. I'll send this on Skype.
Okay. Whispers. Got some whispers going on.
Secret GM business.
Where?
It's
What the fuck is Skype?
What is happening?
right?
You're the Discord?
no, it's on Skype.
Charlie and the Fractured Worlds gang are the only people I speak to on Skype now. All right.
Cut him loose, Brad. Don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
All right.
Okay, I fucking
So-
hate this guy now, and it's pretty obvious, I would imagine, because I can't conceal anything with a deception check.
Yarny, as you kind of look at him, he looks nervous. It looks like he doesn't like Rook, or he's very unsettled about Rook, at least.
I look exactly the same way about him, but probably don't do anything about it straight
Yeah.
away.
We kind of give him a look. Look to Rook. What's your issue?
Oh, nothing. My hands are a bit shaky sometimes.
No, you're lying. Don't lie to me. What's the issue? We came to you in good faith. Please don't lie.
Oh, absolutely. It's I've had a bit bad experience with these slum children sometimes. I remember someone who looked just like him stealing all my money once.
That's not him, though. What's your issue with him? That he didn't do it.
Roll an insight check. This guy is fucking lying to your face.
I am blissfully unaware, sipping my tea.
What's
Yeah,
wrong?
I'm just enjoying my
Jon?
tea.
He puts down the gem. He puts down his tea. And if you don't have anything more to inquire, and if you don't have more information, I'm sorry, I cannot help you any longer.
Can I throw the
Fucking-
nondescript leather on the table, which I somehow just remembered I
you
have?
fucking metagaming son of a bitch. Tell him no, Charlie, and kill his character.
I think you would have to roll an intelligence check.
I don't want to.
Fucking do it. Oh no, it's a save. I'll let you roll a check because it's not a fucking save.
It'd be the same though, wouldn't it? Surely you don't have a fucking
Oh, it's the same.
proficiency in intelligence. Yeah,
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's the same number.
You don't make the connection.
Okay,
You don't see that it's relevant in any way.
that's fair. I did metagame the shit out of that.
Can I is the gem on the table still?
Yes, the gem is still on the table.
I'm gonna snatch it up and say, "Well, it looks like he cannot do anything for us." And then I'm gonna start striding out. Waste of
That
everybody's
would-
time.
As soon as you snatch up the gem, I'm like putting down my teacup, and
I'm like
they would be
striding out, gem held high as if it was
Dad, are you sure you really want to be holding that? You've always seemed very nervous around magic
Dropped.
things before, and
dropped it.
I like
it breaks.
no, it doesn't, because I like dive and catch it.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure thing.
You save that gem.
You're faster than the
Okay.
fucking Flash as well, because this is faster than me. I'm like, what the? She is faster than I expect.
It's like this quick stoop to like catch it just before it lands on the ground.
I'm like wiping my hand on my.
I give you like the dirtiest look, like the kind of look you imagine from like a librarian when you're being like too loud, but like really like intense. That's like,
I'm sorry,
Please.
I forgot.
be careful with the magical artifacts.
I am sorry, I did not. You made me frightened. I think a giant will come out if I'm touching it or something. I don't understand.
And if you find anything else, you may bring it to me. Have a nice day. To you.
Thanks for the tea.
No problem. He kind of ushers his servant to kind of take away the cups, and you see him kind of nervously kind of fiddling with his hands, just kind of staring there, kind of waiting for all of you to leave.
I'm like striding out, open the door, holding the door open, checking
I'm
everyone gets
I'm following Rook and chastising him over his shoulder. This gem is probably worth more than, I don't know, everything else you're holding combined.
in. Yes, but it's a witch's gem.
Regardless of whether you think it is dangerous or not, it is still deserving of preservation.
You made me jump, okay? I open the door, look back, and check everyone else is leaving.
Well, perhaps you should be, just continues, like, she just browbeats you.
Bjorn, what's your problem with that old man in there?
Is everyone outside? Because the moment everyone's outside, I'm like slamming the door closed.
Yeah, I was actually trying to walk out with the coffee cup, with the teacup in my hand. Like as I was standing up, and everybody was sort of like, and I don't know, doing their thing, I was gonna try and sort of sneak out with the cup.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh god, this is not Bjorn's specialty.
Bjorn crushes it in his gauntleted. fist.
As you're kind of taking out this small little beautiful teacup, the servant, excuse me, sir, could I take your cup?
This, yeah. Oh,
And he takes
finish,
it.
finish what's there. I actually take it. I pretend as if there's something still left into it. There's nothing. I drained it in there just to pretend that, as if I forgot to drink it all. Here you go.
Yes, of course, sir. Have a nice day. And he takes it and he comes and walks away and walks you all to the door.
I guess
Do you walk outside?
Yeah, I guess I would probably be the last one to go through the door, probably.
Yeah, and they close the door.
I'm gonna immediately look at Ash and say, "Do you know if you can find out whether what you drink in there is poison? Because that's a very bad man."
Whether I can find out if what I drank or not was poison. I believe if it were poison, I would be feeling the effects of it currently.
Well, I do not know, okay? I'm just saying that this man probably poisoned you, tried to brainwash you.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, why would you say that?
Because he's a paranoid little shit, isn't he?
Did you see him? He was acting all shifty and strange. He probably the one that steals from the slum children.
He said you stole from him.
I did not steal from him. I never been here in my life.
He said he'd seen you before.
No, he said he see people like me stealing. Children on the street. I see people on the street stealing too. He's
He
probably
recognized
talking to-
you.
No. He recognized somebody like me. A thief.
Probably never
Um,
seen Rook before. I tried to
Bjarni-
steal the cup though, but it didn't work.
Bjarni, you know he's lying. You know because you know that Rysard was lying about it. You can roll an insight check on Rook if you want, because you're the only one who kind of picked up on that connection.
Yeah, that he was lying about having seen.
Yeah, exactly, and the entire thing. All right. Rook is lying, and he looks scared as
I'm half lying.
freaking. Oh, half lying, but he looks.
Withholding information.
So I can tell that
Exactly.
there's sort of something up, and I kind of like raise an eyebrow. I unbuckle the mask. Rook, are you telling the truth? What are you holding from me?
I would never lie to you, my trusted friends of 24 hours.
To be fair, we've been together for longer than that, even if you just count the time that we have since we got off of the wagon and not counting our time with what was his name? Sardin? The halfling. I don't remember.
Sandon.
You don't remember
His name was Sandon.
Sandin, yes. I have a lot of
All right,
things-
everyone calm down. Rook had a bit of a experience last night. You couldn't speak earlier.
Listen, why not just try and find out if he poisoned you or not?
Well, it will be a very simple thing to find out. I will either be poisoned or I will not be poisoned. I'm sure I have some kind of spell that can help.
And Ash,
identify.
as you kind of start talking, you feel yourself kind of. You can't breathe for a moment.
I will either be poisoned or I will.
And then you burp. Oh, that was so good. Yeah.
Why
I'm there
would he
for that,
poison us and
brief
ask-
moment. I'm like, see.
Nothing.
Oh,
Why would he poison us and ask us to leave? Doesn't make sense, Rook.
Why would he poison us anyway? Even if he
Perhaps-
didn't ask us to leave.
perhaps the poison is magic which makes us come back as slaves.
I do a couple of push-ups. Well, I seem to be fine.
Bjarn, the next thing we have on our agenda is to deal with the Watchers Vanguard who are terrorizing that library, yes?
Am I affected by the tea as well, or is it only?
affected by the tea.
Yeah,
You
wasn't
burp.
wasn't there some sort of
She
like?
had wind.
No, she just had a burp.
She had a
That's
burp.
all.
The tea was normal.
You
I
burp
think.
as well. It's a burpy tea. You're not used to the spice.
I probably like when I noticed that hint of spice, I kind of like dry heat a little bit because it reminds me of the spice of the drug, I guess, from the night before. It was tasty, but god damn. Let's go talk to Mina, should we? Back
Yes.
to the cat.
Probably a good idea. Speak to the large. Well, yes, yes.
The Dragonborn.
Good idea.
Ain't we got a job to do?
Yes, but we were never really furnished on the entirety of the details of said job.
I say we don't do it.
Oh, but
Forget it.
more talking.
She doesn't want to do it. I was strongly against it too.
She said it was at Wryp's Peak. So you know where it is.
There you are. I mean, yes, that information.
Yeah,
was not
yeah.
Magical
available.
voice is right.
Well, let's go back then.
No,
am
let's
not talking
just go to a different place.
Where?
Where would you like to go?
Anywhere but this house and the black cat.
Look, she's going to pay us a lot of money.
Well,
Sven,
Then we will make our way to.
roll a perception check.
Captain Lawrence also said he would give us a job to do. Perhaps he pays more.
Yeah, but he's starving people to death, isn't he?
I'm
You
not
don't
working.
know that.
Well, I'm not working for the Vanguard. I'll sabotage them. That's about as much as I'll do for them.
And Sven, at first, you see a similar kind of bird kind of swirl around in the sky. You see the other one kind of sitting on the other side of a roof. And as they kind of swirl around, you see as they kind of go against they go past the top window of Rysard's tower. And you see kind of the figure just kind of looking down at you.
The figure, do you mean him or just any figure or the bird?
No. It's not the bird, but the bird kind of showed you kind of the Rysard standing by his window.
Okay. Well, yeah. You see that? I'll point up towards it.
And as you point up, he's not there anymore.
It's a window.
Exactly. So to not look super stupid, I'll just say that.
Oh,
You're all right there, Doc.
I'm fine. We should hurry.
It is the
Back to
poison tea.
No, we need not return to the black cat.
yeah.
If
We
we want to
need-
talk,
We need not return there. We need not talk to I'm not very good with names.
Nina.
That's the one. We need to make our way to the location that was stated to us that I don't
Wryp's
out of
Peak.
character remember. Wryp's Peak.
Wryp's Peak. I have the weirdest names.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. If I don't hit something in the next few hours,
This is why I'm saying we should go to this place because you're clearly restless and you clearly need to work out some of your aggression.
I'm trying to
Let us
agree with
go.
you here.
You could hit
Let
the
us
evil
go and
wizard
sabotage.
inside this house.
It's a nice old man that gave us tea.
Nice old man that gave you poison.
Very nice cups.
Very nice cups.
fine. Let's just go meet Mina.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
Let's go see Mina.
No.
I'm just waiting. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Ash because I don't know the way. I'm like,
So you head
Very
back to the
well.
Black Cat?
We will go and see Mina. It is pointless, but fine.
There we go. Three. That's enough. Majority rules. Let's go.
good decision.
Bjarne kind of like scuffles you and he just starts walking back. Alf, Ash, you kind of tell him because he's walking the wrong way.
Mhm.
Do you continue walking?
I'm gonna hang back at the back of the group, casually walking behind them all, waiting for one of them to drop dead.
I'm walking as if I know where I'm going. I don't know if I actually know the direction or not.
After a while, it's not a huge town. It's not that you kind of realize you're going the wrong way and you take another turn. And soon you find yourself back at the Black Cat. You see the same.
Can I 180 and
sign.
go back to the old man's house without any of them seeing me disappear?
Roll a stealth check.
For fuck's sake. Hell yeah.
All right. What are your guys' passive perceptions?
No
I
one's got a
assume they're not 20.
Whatever.
You're minus.
I'm not gonna see that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got a passive perception of like 7.
My mask too tight.
Best that I can only see forward.
Yeah.
So you kind of make your way towards the Black Cat. And as you walk in, you don't notice that you're one less. And you see the pub is mostly empty. People are probably out working, and it's probably going to be an hour or two before people come back for lunch. Let me see. Music. You see Lillian. She's coming down the stairs. You see she's got like a mop and a bucket, and she looks like she's almost been puking. She looks up at you. Hi. And she
Hello?
walks back.
Oh,
You
hi.
see she's probably been cleaning up your room.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened. I'd be hi.
Hi. Yeah. All right.
What, love?
She kind of walks in behind and she just ignores you. She's probably a bit sour about cleaning up coffee and vomit. You see
I never done nothing.
Okay. And you see Minna. She's kind of sitting by one of the tables. She's looking through some kind of papers. She's kind of idly looking through, maybe reading.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over and I guess sit down. If she's at a table or something, I'm just gonna sit down. The tables in here are they're like low. You have to sit on the floor, don't you? Are there any
Yeah.
regular
Yeah.
tables at all?
Yeah, there are some regular tables, but she's kind of sitting by the bizarre type tables.
Okay. Yeah. I sit down and unbuckle my my mask and. So, you offered us some work last night.
Yes, I did.
Go over the details again, maybe for us. And I'm gonna look up and look back, and
I see.
I don't
I
see
see.
Brooke.
Did you already forget about what I said?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we don't want to do the job. It was against the Vanguard, yes.
I mean, it's always. I mean, it's against and it's forward. I mean, it's not. Maybe just even doing them a favor. You'd be collecting everything in there and then taking it with you.
Where was this to again?
Wryp's Peak is where the library and the ancient tomb lie.
Perfect. Well, I guess we'll be off then.
Right. Have fun.
Well, I'm glad we came back here.
Well, I didn't know.
No Now the issue was if we wanted to do it or not. We don't know if the Vanguard has starved the Midgardians.
Do we wish to go and talk to Captain Lawrence? It would be very simple to just ask, have you starved the Midgardians?
I think we should go and talk to Lawrence.
That's a
I
great
think
idea.
we should go and hit something.
Lawrence.
That's a good idea, Bjorn.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
What do you think, Ash?
I believe that coming here was a waste of time, and that if we've already decided to do the job for Mina, then we should proceed with the agreed upon job, which is at Wryp's Peak.
Yes, I agree.
We haven't.
However, Sven brings up a good point in that we don't actually have any knowledge as to whether it's true or not what Mina has been saying. And thus, we should talk to Captain Lawrence before we go traipsing off to potentially damage some of their property or hurt some of their men in response to a thing that may or may not be true.
What if he has?
Then we'll do it.
Then we will.
What makes you think he'll tell you if he's been starving people after death? Would you?
Well, don't you have a spell or something, Ash?
Of course.
Yeah.
You want to cast magic at the leader of the free world?
No, we won't cast any magic at them. I will cast the magic beforehand, and we will enter the room, and I will listen carefully to the thoughts of the person in front of us while we talk to them.
Sounds like a plan.
Where's Rook?
I don't know.
So, as you kind of start to talk about where Rook has gone, Rook, you make your way back
Quietly, stealthily, hood
Right.
up.
quietly, stealthily, hood up, back to Rysard's house.
Yeah, I want to look in some windows. I want to find that motherfucker.
Okay. There's a window kind of on the other side of the door. You look in. It looks like a kitchen. You see different kind of herbs, and you see in the corner you probably the servant. He's probably making some lunch.
No wizard.
No wizard in that room, no.
Okay. I'm gonna take up a position across the street and watch the door.
Okay.
There's no other windows I can look in, like on the ground.
I mean, there's a window on the other floor. But it's kind of like the entire kind of house is kind of in between. It's like in a corner, so there's not a lot of like windows to see through. It's one on the other floor though.
I mean, I'm pretty good at climbing, but I don't want to be climbing up in the middle of the day and like looking like a thief. So I'm gonna head over to the other side of the street and watch the door and see if he comes out.
You wait. You wait a little longer. It doesn't really appear like he's going to go outside. Let me see. No, he's not coming outside.
Okay. Now I'm convinced he's sending messages inside magically, and there's nothing
Roll an Arcana check.
I can do. Okay. 18.
18. As you kind of sit there and you think about what's going on inside of the house, you've always had kind of this feeling when very strong magic is being kind of cast, and you have kind of that same feeling right now. You look up towards the window, and you see some kind of faint light kind of flicker in the top of the tower. What would the Slavic boy do?
Well, this is the thing. I feel like I would fucking skip town. Like, I'm not gonna go and fucking 1v1 this dude. And
What did you roll? Okay, roll another stealth check.
stealth checks all day. Arcana checks all day.
Okay.
Anytime you want one, you got it. All right, I'm just gonna start pacing up and down nervously, wringing my hands, and then.
Are you pacing up and down the street?
Oh, I'm like wherever I'm concealed, I'm pacing up and down. I don't know if I'm
Okay.
like, I don't know what I'm doing. At this point, I'm probably stopping any height. I'm probably not being very stealthy anymore. And then I'll probably just start heading towards the Black Cat.
All right.
But I'm not. But I'm not like. Yeah, with the intention of never coming back to Rybury again.
You see as someone opens a window at the top of the house. You see a Rysard kind of leans out. You see he's got his kind of fingers on his temples, and he looks tired. He looks stressed. And he kind of looks up, and you see two ravens kind of flying up beside his window. Kind of shoots them away and goes back into the room.
As he turns around, I'm gonna shout at him.
What do you shout?
I'm gonna run over to underneath the window and shout up, "Hey, wizard!"
It takes a while before you see him kind of going back to the window. Yes? And he kind of looks around.
I'm like down on the ground. I like remove the robe hood, look up, draw a sword out and point it out towards the wizard.
Put that down.
Listen, you tell anybody that you have seen me here, and this will be the last thing that you ever see.
All right, just give me a minute. I'm coming down, okay? Just wait over there.
I'm gonna take a few steps back, but draw the other sword out, put the robe
It's
back
okay.
up, and as he leaves, I'm gonna fucking hide around the side of the house because I don't trust he's gonna open the door and fucking cone of cold me or some shit. So I'm gonna fucking hide. I'm gonna hide, robe up, both swords drawn, waiting for him to come out and try and kill me. I'm like 95% sure he's gonna kill me at this point.
You wait a couple of seconds. You're really nervous, and you see the door opening slowly. You see Rysard, the wizard, with his white hair and his blue eyes. He looks young despite his white hair. He walks out. He's still holding his hands together, kind of fiddling with them nervously. Come out. I think we need to talk.
If you cast one spell on me, I will cut your throat.
Didn't they send you? What are you doing out here?
Please, nobody has sent me.
But why are you with them?
I have no one else to travel with.
And what about the family?
Well, you tell me. You are probably speaking to them, telling them where I am.
Tell me your name.
No.
Let me see.
I'm in no way actually intimidating, by the way. The reason that I'm specifically not being intimidating is because I have an 8 in charisma and no proficiency in intimidation whatsoever. This is not very
roll
intimidating.
a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you motherfucker. What's he doing to me? Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Oh, hell yeah, Rook. Come on, my boy. Oh, I'm gonna cut his throat. What's he doing to me?
You kind of... You're kind of stressed, and you see him kind of nod his head. So that's who you are.
Do I know he just did some shit to me?
You don't feel anything. You feel kind of confused, and after a second, you get this kind of headache, and then it kind of releases. Killdeer. That's who you are.
I knew it. Who are you speaking to, huh? Those back in Eastmond?
You left. They're looking for you.
Yeah.
I'd say you'd stay away from this town, and you keep hiding.
Well,
Because if they find you, it's not going to be easy for you. All right?
yeah, no doubt.
I know what happened. It's not easy. But you should go now. You should go. Um, don't come back to the city. They are everywhere.
Yes, that much I have learned. And I kind of nod towards his tattoo.
He kind of nods towards yours and now go along. We shouldn't idle for too long. Off you go now.
If I see you again, I put my swords back away, robe up, and I fucking run like a 16-year-old runs, arms back behind me.
He kind of goes, to, like, kind of awkwardly pat your head and then kind of pulls away as you run away.
I avoid the fuck out of his touch and run back to the Black Cat.
And you just see him just kind of standing in the middle of the road, just kind of fumbling with his hands and then going back in again.
No, don't run away. What the fuck? I need to know. I need to know what the fuck's going on.
And that's where we go to our break.
That's actually quite a good time to go to a break. It's been an hour since the last one.
Hey.
So we'll take a break right here just before they're going to leave for another adventure, I suppose.
Forever.
Forever. Leaving forever.
We're just gonna go south and just keep going.
Fuck that, I'm not going
That's it.
south. South's where I came from.
All right, we'll go east.
I'll go like super south, back to wherever the fuck Sven's from. We can go there.
Go eat some huzava.
Go get some
really
Huzava.
huzava.
All right, let's go for a little breaky. Go get yourself some drugs, have a little poo-poo, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Bye.
Oh.
Welcome back to Dramatical Music Stream. I don't know.
Simulator 2013.
2013 with your host, the Tilla, Charlie.
Yeah. Why do I do that?
Gonna need
It's-
reverb on that, please, Brad.
Yep.
Charlie, Lee.
Thank you. Everyone, roll death saving throws. Your characters are dead.
The poison in the
Your
tea.
characters are dead. The story is over.
The story.
Wait, that's actually a roll?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's on your thing under your successes failures, like hit points, temporary hit points, just underneath the successes failures, click death saves.
Oh,
If you go
there
to
is-
0, that's when you roll a death saving throw.
Right.
So y'all didn't succeed on your death saves. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
So, as you're talking to Minna, you were still talking to Minna, right? You were just heading out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
From
cooling
house?
up. Yeah.
Okay. And as you kind of notice that Rook is gone, Rook, do you return?
Oh, I'm running up to them. Wait, did they leave? Or
No, they're outside the Black Cat.
We're looking for you.
yeah, I'm like fucking like
We probably run into you like just outside.
yeah, I'm like peeling through the streets, arms out behind me, head down.
I probably like.
Rook!
Yeah.
Why are you running, Rook?
Oh, there you are. Listen, we have to
What?
leave Ryberry forever.
Why?
The wizard,
What about him?
he was evil.
Why?
I knew it. I went back. I
What
confronted
did you
him.
see?
He tried to kill me.
What? Can we go kill him now?
Wait a minute, did he try
Roll
to
an
kill you?
inside check.
I only said that because the music swelled
Yeah.
up underneath me.
You had to follow the music.
It was perfect. We can actually just.
Oh,
Ah, damn it. I wouldn't have been able to
I would
stop
start
lying.
crying.
Why?
I wouldn't have been able to stop lying. It was a good thing to do.
Do you want to lie, Rook?
I'll say I am lying. He did not try to kill me. He did something to me though. I do not know what. Some dark witch's magic that I don't understand. Gave me a short headache. He is a bad person.
Did he give you a lovely tea party?
No, he tried to poison you all with the tea. I am sure of it.
How do you know?
He is part of an evil organization.
How do you think everything is poison? You think everyone wants to kill us?
Did you see the witch they burned at the stake?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she was evil and she could cast magic.
Roll. Except, does anyone have passive perception under 3?
No.
No.
No? Cool. As you're kind of talking, you see like some people kind of walking by, and then you see someone. It's a little girl. She kind of walks past. She's kind of cloaked. And you see she kind of stopped, kind of near your group.
I'm immediately gonna shut up and walk away. Anyway, I think we can buy watermelons over here.
And you see she kind of
Ash gives you
starts
the most,
walking again.
Ash gives you the most confused look, like this is not the season or the locale for watermelon.
I'm striding away and pointing.
Yeah, hold up, little one. What's wrong?
You call me little?
Talking to the child.
I thought you were talking to me.
The child that
Need
isn't
someone
in
to
our
talk to. So as you kind of walk towards this little farm, it looks up, and you see it's just like this small halfling with an ugly face, kind of looking back at you like, "Don't touch me!" And she kind of starts walking again.
As I was saying. As I was saying.
Has she
You think
walked off?
everything-
Yeah, she walked off. It wasn't a child. It was actually a
Yeah,
woman.
I'm busting back in. I'm gonna grab
I didn't
Sven's
call her a
mask.
child. I called her a little one, even though I am also a little one.
Oh yeah, exactly. But I don't think she liked being called a little one.
I'm gonna whisper. It was a spy.
No, it wasn't a spy. Jesus, Rook. No one
You
wants
lay
to
off
kill
them
us.
drugs, Rook.
As you say spy, you see this little halfling look back at you, and she just starts running.
It was a spy.
I didn't see
It
it.
was a
Like,
spy.
why? No, it wasn't a spy.
Then why did she
Oh.
run away when we accused her of being a
Can
spy?
I throw a hand axe at it?
Oh my god.
God.
Oh my god! Just
I am actually reading currently while this is going on. I'm gonna
Definition
pull-
of spy.
Oh,
Traits.
okay.
Known traits of spies.
Are you gonna roll? Are you gonna throw a hand axe at her?
Can I do non-lethal damage just in case I fuck up the entire party?
I mean, are you gonna throw a hand axe and try to
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
non-lethal?
Non-lethal
I wanna-
means you don't throw it at her head. Just throw it at her leg.
Yeah, you can still fucking decapitate.
Ow. Are you throwing a hand axe at her?
If he's launching a hand axe, I'm
Yeah.
gonna bolt as well. I'm
Okay,
like super
are you-
quick.
Okay. That's what happens. He just kind of tries to. You see him just kind of. He wants to throw it. You throw it, but as you do, you kind of lose it. And you lose your grip of it. You just see how it goes backwards, just past Björn's face. Kind of like you see it kind of chops off a little bit of hair, and it goes right back. It goes through the window, and you break one of Black Cat's window.
We can never return. Quickly. We must
I
leave.
ain't done nothing.
What the
You hear-
fuck?
You hear Minna's voice like, "What have you done?"
I'm
You
walking
should
away.
leave.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll burst with the others then. Now we're going.
Let's go. And then I like double down and just quickly brisk
100
walk.
100% while this is all going on, Ash doesn't move unless somebody like grabs her arm.
Yeah, I grab you as we're running.
Also,
We're kind of used to like us just not reacting to anything at this point.
He's just like not paying attention at any point in time.
the halfling is gone.
Fuck,
Definitely.
No one cares about
He's
the
just
half.
gone.
Yeah. By little thing.
She really was a spy.
No, she. God.
If we're like
Damn
hustling away, I'm like, it was. I will tell you everything if we leave town.
Well, we need to get to Wryp's Peak.
Yes.
Stop the Vanguard.
But
Yes.
now there is no reward.
Reward is the action itself.
Oh, no, the reward. She said that there will be definitely some
but we
valuable.
can't come back.
We can pay for the window
Oh, oh.
later.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know. it
For the
was us.
record, I'm only saying now there's no reward because I'm trying to coerce them
Yeah.
to never return to this town.
He just wants to never come back.
Yeah. How am I hustling out of town? How many different ways out of town are there?
There would be. I mean, you don't know this. Like this
you do know
town.
that you're going in the wrong direction. We need to go to Rise,
Wryp's Peak.
Wryp's Peak. Yes.
And the only way you know is out is where you came, and that's also where your cart is and your horses are.
All right, I'm motoring towards the cart.
So you go towards the stables,
Yeah.
and you see your horses there. You don't see the cart, but as they see you, they ask you, "Oh, you want to go out again?"
Yes, the cart. The armored cart that we were given. We need it quickly.
Yeah, I'll go get it. You see the woman, a soldier. She walks back into the stables, and you see she kind of shows the cart, and she starts fixing up the horses for you. Did you talk to Captain yet?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Oh, I heard he asked for you, but good, you just spoke to him. And she kind of goes back to the horses.
Did
As
we?
he goes away, we didn't.
We did not speak to the captain.
Yes, but trust me, we do not want to dilly-dally here.
Well, tell me why now.
Well, I do not want to tell you in front of all of the spies.
There's no spies.
Let's just have a quick word
like
with
the
the
glass
captain.
on my eyes are like.
Yeah. You gotta unfog them because
that's done.
Well, you can stay here, Rook, and we'll go and talk to the captain.
Yes, prepare the cart.
Just don't leave.
I'll stay with this paranoid little human. I don't.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah, it
human.
is a
I
human.
thought I was saying a kid.
I look like a vampire because I've got like sharp little incisors and black hair and super pale skin, but I'm still a human.
It's like
To be
I look
fair,
like
she
ghost.
did run away. Why would she run away if she wasn't a spy?
She might need to go to the toilet. How would you assume it's a spy?
I do not assume. I know it
because
is a
he
spy.
called her a
Why
spy.
did just go?
Look, I just want to eat something, okay? Windows just don't cut it for me these days.
Regardless of
wanna
whatever
talk
else
to
is
the
happening, I am going to talk to the captain. Yes.
You go.
Ash, Carcer, you two, you go talk. I do not want to talk to this captain. I already have my mind made up.
Okay, Carcer and Ash, you start to make your way towards the captain's office. You're led in by the other soldiers. They nod at you. You see Lieutenant Harmon.
Before I get back in, before I actually get into the building where they are, I'm going to use the gem to cast Detect Thoughts on myself.
Okay. You kind of hold the gem. And as you kind of want to cast it, you feel some cracks in the gem again. It kind of and it opens and you feel the spell being activated.
Good. Yes, now I'm prepared. The spell will only last for a short time, however, and I would rather talk to the captain while it is working. So let's be on our way. Carcer?
Oh, all right then.
You walk inside, you see Lieutenant Harmon. She's talking to some soldiers. She walks up to you. I'm glad to see that you have been well rested, I hope.
Actually, Lieutenant, you might be able to answer a question for me.
Yes, of course.
You are a member of the Solars, yes?
Yes, I am a lieutenant.
And the Solars are an organization that works with the Watchers Vanguard in some respects.
The Watchers Vanguard work with the church, and we are affiliated with the church. Of course, we are the army.
So then you would know about the things that the Watchers Vanguard are up to.
To some extent, yes. They mostly keep to themselves.
Do you believe that the Watchers Vanguard mistreat the Midgardians in any way?
They are fair. They of course take care of those that have done but practice dark magics and vampires and monsters.
What about this trade ban then?
I can't really. She kind of leans in. I can't really. She looks over to her soldiers that are kind of staring at you as she kind of speaks to you.
Detect thoughts is active, by the way.
Okay. You kind of see into her thoughts. Is there a wisdom saving throw for it?
Let me check.
There better not be, Charlie. There better not
That's
be.
the spell, so. Nope, there isn't. I can't detect the thoughts of anything with less than 3 intelligence, but
I'm pretty sure she's got more than 3 intelligence. She's an intelligent woman. And as you kind of look into her mind.
Here's the thing, actually.
Okay.
The target knows that you're probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can make an action on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by your intelligence check.
Okay,
If
then
it's
we'll
succeeds,
do intelligence
spell ends.
checks because I want to see if she notices that you are looking into her mind.
Okay.
What's your intelligence check?
My intelligence check is 23.
23. All right. She's got no idea. She wouldn't even think that she's never been. You imagine that she's never experienced magic being cast on her at any time. She looks at you, and you kind of look into her mind. You see kind of flashes of documents. You see kind of back in a time when she's probably arguing with Captain Lawrence about the Watchers Vanguard, how they treat people and their strict rules against magic. She's not against how they treat magic, but more the people. And she talks about arcane sanctum, which you very much know. It's more of a prison than a school. And you see that, and you see flashes of Watcher Vanguard kind of taking away children. And that's kind of what you can see into her mind. She doesn't actually, her feelings are that she's not too well inclined towards the Watcher's Vanguard, but she has this respect and sense of duty. So she
Well,
wouldn't go against them.
Lieutenant, I wouldn't want you to speak about anything that you feel uncomfortable speaking about in front of your men, but it has been nice to try and get to know you after having saved you from the frost giant, so forth. I need to speak to the captain. Are they here?
Yes, he's in his office. It's right there.
Very well. And I head towards wherever the captain is at.
Yeah.
You're just gonna let her go like that?
We aren't here to detain her. And I've gleaned the information that I required.
Carcer, as Ash was talking to Lieutenant Harmon, you kind of pick up that the soldiers were talking about the one woman who was sick, and you heard now that she's passed away
Oh snap!
to her illness.
Remember that woman we picked up, the ill one
Yes.
that Dr. Sven couldn't save? I thought. Sorry, my accent gets a bit funny sometimes. Well, apparently she died.
A shame. But mortality as it is, not really surprising.
Yeah, but what was she even sick with? The doctor couldn't save her.
Something she caught in the cold, probably.
Well, my old mum had a cold once, and she just ate some moss. She was fine the next day.
I would have to examine the body if I were to make a determination as to what was the cause. But I cannot
Say
waste
no
time.
more.
I cannot
And
waste
I
time.
walk off.
The soldier standing by the door say, should I let you in?
Yes, please.
And the soldier, he opens the door and lets you both in. Carcer, are you going in as well?
No, I'm going back to hang out with the soldiers.
Okay, sure. Ash, you see Captain Lawrence, his dirty blonde hair kind of scruffled. He's got a thicker scruff than you remember. He's probably not shaved in a couple of days. He looks tired. He's probably been sitting up a lot, just like you. He seems to be kind of in deep thought, looking through his papers and kind of gruffing about. Yes, what is it?
As I step in, I adjust my glasses and step sort of forward towards the desk and say, Captain Lawrence, I've been hearing some disturbing news, and I'm hoping that maybe you can clarify these things for me.
Yes, of course. What is it that you need?
I'm concerned about the activities of the Watcher's Vanguard.
Yes.
I know
What
you're
about?
not, I know you are not personally connected to them, but I feel that as you're an organization that works in tandem with such people, that you should be informed as to their mistreatment of Midgardian prisoners.
I cannot out myself.
Not to mention the trade ban that is happening currently that is making sure that the civilians of Midgard starve.
I haven't heard, but a trade ban. Roll an insight check.
Sure.
14?
Yep.
He doesn't seem to know anything about a trade ban.
Well,
It's very unfortunate. I heard that they're having some rough times with the crops
so
in Midgard.
So what I am hearing from you currently is that you feel sympathy for the Midgardians being in such a poor position. Even though recently we were enemies, we need not continue to be so.
I mean, of course, I feel for the civilians of Midgard. They are much kin as us.
Now you'll see my particular band of freelancers has been rather upset by this news. And what I am hoping is that you will... I was hoping that
still
you
had your detect thoughts up, right? How long is it for?
Not that long. I mean, I would only have it for maybe the first part of this conversation.
Okay. Sure. Roll an intelligence check.
Sure.
Let's see. Oh my god.
Nothing's gonna
looks up-
stop us now.
He looks up at you. Kind of rubs his head a bit. What are you saying again? I didn't hear you. You can't pry his mind. The spell is probably gone already.
Yeah. I was merely saying that my group of freelancers seems to have developed some misgivings as to the treatment of the Midgardians. And we are looking to perhaps rectify some of the mistreatments of the Watcher's Vanguard. Would you be averse to us making non-lethal encouragements towards the Watcher's Vanguard to stop doing certain things that they should be doing?
Are you saying you're going to interfere with the Watcher's Vanguards?
I am saying that
duties.
we are involved in a moral quandary, and that you also should be.
If you are involved with a moral quandary, I suppose I would advise you to keep it for yourself and not to speak about it in my presence.
Would you
You
prefer
did save us, and I will not inform anyone of this outing, but I would say you would keep this for yourself. And he kind of...
Very well. I thought, as a figure of authority, one figure of authority to another, that I would inform you of our doings, as I wish to keep things within the measure of the law.
Yes, and the measure of the law is that the Watchers Vanguard have the law and the faith on their side. They follow the church, and the church is our utmost law, and we must serve those who are employed by the paragons of the faith.
Indeed. Well,
I suppose I had plans for you, but it seems that you have other business to attend to. I hope that faith be with you, and the light of the ethereal of grace follows you.
the light of the ethereal grace is always following me, as it does anyone who follows it. It's rather cyclical.
Yes, of course. And a note before you go. I advise you be very careful when dealings with the Watchers Vanguard.
Careful
Beware.
how.
And he kind of looks up at you and he goes back to his work.
When you say careful, do you mean careful of a specific person, of a specific action?
Killian, could you get me some water? And you see kind of the soldier coming in again, and he kind of.
But I haven't
what?
finished it.
It's time for you to leave. The soldier says, and again, your cart is ready.
Ah, yes, right. And then I turn and leave.
So
Yes.
while Ash was talking to the captain, I'm trying
Yes.
to butter up some of these soldiers.
All right. They're kind of standing there. Are two young men and one woman. They all have the ordinary soldier outfit with the red garbs. They relaxed. They're just talking. Captain Harmon went away on some other business for the moment.
So I'm spinning the yarn of when Rook, like, drawn and quartered a frost giant. And lo, he raised up his sword and brought it down and chopped his mind in two.
I can't believe that was you. I mean, I've heard about it, but I didn't know.
I
Oh
mean-
my god. Wow, it's so cool. I didn't know. I mean, I've heard about it. They talked about it in the barracks, but I didn't know about it. Yeah, it was so cool. Tell us more. Did you kill it? How did you kill it? Oh, was it bloody? And they kind of talk there. You have the feeling they've actually never been in real combat.
Oh, adorable. And yeah, we saved this woman. She was really ill. I think they brought her in.
Oh, you mean Grace?
Yeah, Grace.
Yeah, she was very sick. They wouldn't tell us. I think the Watchers Vanguard came and took her body.
They took her body? What?
Yeah.
Where
We're
did
not
they
supposed
take
to
it?
say anything because I heard Nora. She told me, but I wasn't supposed to say it.
Shh.
Yeah. Shh.
It's all right. We're all friends
Yeah.
here.
Just don't tell anyone, especially not Harmon. She never has
Hey!
this.
Where did they where did they take the body?
I think they took it to Rovalon. I think, yeah. And like, yeah, I think so too. That's where they keep all their stuff. I don't know. I think they're kind of creepy. Yeah.
Yeah. Between us though. Between us. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
And then I guess I see Ash coming out.
Yep. Carter, are you ready to go?
I was born ready.
Very well. Let's meet up with the others.
And as we go out, I tell Ash that they took the body to
Rovalon.
to Rovalon.
Why would they take the sick body to Revelon? Why not just bury it here?
Well, from what I can discern, most of the people around here are kind of distrustful of them.
Distrustful of dead bodies or distrustful of this person in particular?
Distrustful of the
Watchers
the
Vanguard.
Watchers
The
Thank you.
magical
the
book
Watchers-
says.
the Watchers
Keep it down, keep it
Vanguard.
down.
The Watchers Vanguard took her body. See, you said they, and I just assumed you meant the Solars.
Oh, well, no.
Very well. Let's meet up with the others and inform them of exactly what's going on, and then
Don't-
we'll be on our way.
Don't you want to know what happened?
Not particularly.
Right. I'll write a song about you. And I walk off.
I
That was basically a threat.
I noticed no social cues at all that you
So-
present.
You all
None.
gather outside. Your cart is ready. Your armored battle cart. The horses are kind of standing there. They're kind of frothing a bit, ready to get out. They want to stretch their legs and work.
I built a snowman while they were gone, by the way. It's like,
There's not a lot of snow yet,
Yeah.
but you kind of collect you make a small, tiny little snowman.
good.
I'm
There
like
too,
ready
yeah.
to go. I'm like so ready to leave. Anyone leaving, I'm looking at them, waiting for them.
As I get to the cart, I hop in the back and start talking to whoever is nearby, and say, I've informed the captain of our plans, and they have no visible complaints. I don't believe the Solars are particularly inclined to help the Watchers Vanguard anyway.
Yeah, we found out a bit of information about the Watchers Vanguard.
We did indeed.
What information?
Well, the Solaris, for one, think they're creepy. Don't trust them.
That's not proof, though. But good.
Proof of what?
That they're starving the...
Oh, no, that was up to Ash.
Oh. And I look over to Ash.
The Solars believe, well, the Solars whose minds I could penetrate believe that the Watchers Vanguard are doing something that is considered to be immoral, and thus we have the moral high ground when dealing with them in the way that we see fit.
Perfect. Let's go.
All right.
Everybody on board? I look back as everybody up on the cart.
Yep. If no one stay behind, then they'll start to open the gate. They shout, "Open the gate!" And they start to, like, you see how they start kind of pulling at the crank. I don't know what to call it. And you see as the gates start going up, and you're free to go outside on the bridge.
Do we even know where we're going?
I don't
gonna
know.
ride.
I'm just
We are going to Rip's Peak.
I know that we're going to
Right.
Wryp's Peak, but I mean, do we know the direction?
It's great.
The direction is what I mean. Like, I know.
It's south. Let's just say you inquired about some soldiers as you were waiting in the stables. Maybe Rook, you asked the stable girl about where to find it or something, and she told you to kind of follow the coastline until you come to a forest, and then you just go up the hill, and you'll find the place.
Beyond
So you
that
kind of know where you're
information
going.
is now your information.
yep. And as soon as everybody's on, I'm just using the reins and trotting the horses on out the gates.
All right. You start making your way. It's getting colder. You see small snowflakes kind of start to fall down as you kind of sit in the cart, making the horses go a little faster. They walk in a steady pace. And you make your way through the countryside. You see a bunch of towns kind of passing by. You see people. They're wearing more winter clothing right now. And you also see a band of soldiers, kind of military camps a little over the place. You're not really used to seeing them this ready. You have a feeling it's probably because of the last attacks. So as you're going to Wryp's Peak, it's kind of the same way you took to Midtide, except you take you go southeast instead of southwest. So you start going. Let me see. The trip
is uneventful. Did you bring any food?
I probably had like just some rations left over from the day prior, or
Yeah, I have some as
I
well.
don't have a lot left, but I would still have something.
So you take a little rest, just kind of stretching your legs a bit, eating some food, and then you continue on. After about maybe 4 hours, you all start feeling kind of cold. The wind kind of pulls at your clothing, and it's not as nice to be outside anymore. You kind of huddle together. It's getting cold. Let me see. And you notice now, as you're getting closer, it's going uphill. You see kind of a forest stretching out, and you see the road starts getting less and less traveled. You actually were at the big road, and now you've gone into the other one. You can't see the sea anymore, and now you're kind of going through a forest. It's better to go through a forest. It's not as windy. But you still hear kind of the wind going through the treetops. You go through, and the only thing you hear is the horses clopping and breathing. After a while, you kind of start seeing some mountaintops. Small, but enough to be at quite a height. You see some snow kind of covered on them. And you start to make your way up. After a while, it's no longer impossible for the horses to actually get up. It's more of a small path. Maybe some deer have gone here, but it's not possible for the horses to go anywhere further. It's too rocky. It's too steep for them. So you'd have to leave your cart here.
I mean, if we have to leave it, we have to leave it.
Is there
Right.
anywhere to sort of tie the horses onto, or?
Yeah, there are some lone trees kind of scattered around the top, so you can bind them there if you want.
Yeah, I'll tie them off quickly. And,
Sure. You tie them off and you kind of jump out, and what you see before you is kind of this steep hill going up, and this small path, almost with small rocky steps, leading up, kind of like a snake formation up towards the mountaintop.
does it look like the way has been traveled? Like, is there snow on the ground at this point, or?
There's snow on the ground. Not a lot, just like a thin layer, and it doesn't seem like anyone's been here.
Okay. Yeah, I just tie the horses off. I assume people are getting out of the cart, and I'm just sort of like pulling my cloak a little bit tighter around my chest, and sort of just kind of huddling up and just sort of moving forward up the passageway.
Does anyone have a proficiency in survival?
Nope.
I have a 2 next to it.
Is it ticked?
It's a ticked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Roll a survival check.
5.
5. Okay.
Much for that.
You kind of look around.
I have a -4 in survival.
You can't type a 31.
You look around. It's snowy. It's cold. You probably think this is the way up.
And yeah. Good, yeah.
GG.
I think this is the way up on the road here.
Are you a doctor or a tracker?
Well, I've lived a long life.
How old are you anyway?
The politician.
Several years.
You what, mate?
I think it's this way. We should. Hey, it's cold. Ooh, let's go.
It is very cold. Let's just
Yes,
follow
it
the
is
doctor.
quite cold. By the way, while we're walking along, following Sven, because it's so cold, I've eschewed the need for holding up a book in front of my face with my hand, and I'm just mage handing it in front of me. So it's just hovering in the air in front of me, turning its own pages every now and then while my hands are hidden in my sleeves.
You haven't slept yet, have you?
No.
Yeah. So I'll look back at you, being very tired. Are you okay?
Yes. Fine.
Aren't you an elf? Do you even need sleep?
I need 4 hours of trance at the very
I
least.
could have tranced on the fucking the bus.
Yeah, you
over.
could have, but
The bus over was a 4
8
hour
hours of
drive.
rest. It still has to be 8 hours of rest.
Fuck you.
Um,
I'm so
Also,
annoyed.
I'm like bare chested.
Ash, did you sleep anywhere on the cart?
I mean, it's only a 4-hour ride, right?
Yeah, but aren't you a half? Maybe you don't
No,
get trans sleep.
I'm an elf. I get
Trans
trance sleep, but the thing is, it still requires an 8-hour rest. It's just 4 hours of trance.
Okay, cool. Then I know you're still exhausted.
I am
I
indeed.
knew this would fuck us up when you didn't sleep at the bar. Here we go. All right, come on, let's go.
Okay. You all start making your way up towards this snowy and rocky mountain top. You kind of walk, it gets steeper, but as you start to walk, you see there are kind of small steps. They look like they're old, big wooden stone slabs, just kind of on top of each other. Some are cracked. And it seems like they haven't been maintained for many, many years. It's not they don't have any indications of any architecture. It's just it almost looks like it's just been rocks kind of that were in that size just slabbed on. It takes maybe about 30 minutes until you kind of get to a point where it doesn't actually go up anymore. There are some trees and you kind of come into a clearing. On top of the clearing, you see this kind of stone wall. You see how it kind of trickles down. It looks like kind of an old ancient ruin. And that's what you see right now.
This is not a library.
Well,
As long as there's books inside.
yeah, I'm gonna start wandering around, sort of.
That's very old.
Ruins, like there's nothing there at all. It's just a building in ruins.
You haven't really come up to it. You just kind of see like an edge of a wall that's kind of broken down at a lot of sides, but you don't see a lot more. Not this far away.
Can I get on top? How tall is this wall?
It's about, I'd say like four of you. So, how tall will the gnome be? 20 feet. I would say like 8 meters. I don't care.
Can I just scale it? See if I can get a better view up here.
Sure. Roll a acrobatics check. Or an athletics if you want. You're gonna like
I'm gonna be hard.
climb it up on with like brute.
I don't want to backflip up it.
How are you gonna backflip up?
No,
Alright.
I don't want to.
You don't want to. Okay. You go up to this wall. You kind of it's slippery. But you manage to kind of climb yourself up on some of the loose rocks and make yourself up this wall. You kind of come up it, and in front you see a bigger ruin. You see kind of old doorways without a roof. And you see kind of the outline that would be almost kind of looked like a church, but it's very old. Carcer and Bjorn, you can roll history, and also Ash, you can roll history as well.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, Carcer and Bjorn, you have a slight feeling this might be Midgardian. In Ashinaza, you know that this is Midgardian architecture, old.
Do I know anything about it specifically?
You don't know anything about this building, but you have seen some of drawings of similar ruins in your books.
I look down. Some sort of church.
Old Mirgardian.
Yeah, I thought so.
Are you sure, Ash?
Yes, 100%.
This is
Roll
the right
perception.
place.
Everyone, roll perception.
There's no point.
I refuse.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, Carcer, Bjorn, Rook, Ash and Esra, are you gonna roll perception?
Nope.
Okay. Then I know. So Carcer and Rook. As you look out, especially you, Carcer, you see small lights. As you kind of focus in on it, they kind of look like torches. You see kind of shapes of people walking back and forth. There are probably 5 of them walking around. Rook, you see the same thing. And you get kind of a bad feeling in your gut about this. You kind of feel your hands start to cramp up. It's not good. You have a bad feeling about this. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Like Rook doesn't have enough bad feelings about stuff.
Oh my god, yeah.
I need to
Fucking
think about those bad feelings for the next 5 minutes.
This
developing
pasty is spy.
developing
find
like
your class A
general
drugs.
anxiety disorder over here. This fucking poor kid. Jesus. All right. Well, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. And I'll roll for madness, like long-term madness. Go get
Yep.
yourselves, just a glass of water. We'll see you in a bit. I was pressing all the buttons, and that probably sounded really weird to everyone in the stream. Welcome back to Fimbulwinter. You have to say it like that, like a Swedish. There you go, like this. They add the A's and the stuff and the stranger pauses. Fimbulwinter. Hoogla haga
That's so
hoogla
wrong.
hoogla.
So offensive.
Cultural appropriation.
Yes.
Just like this Nordic-based D&D campaign run by the cultural appropriation queen, Charlie Tila. What's happening? We're all about to die. I'm just trying to put it off.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be a whole army.
How are we getting deaded?
I mean, I'm shouting up to Casa straight away, like, is that lights? Are they people? Is that army?
Are they close enough so that we could shout at them? Because then I'd say, shh.
I mean, you could shout at them. Carcer, you just saw them, and Rook, you just saw them. They're kind of far away. They're like inside of this the ruin. Haven't spotted you yet. They're walking around with torches though. You don't know who they are or what faction they're from.
Got a few people over here.
Hmm.
You see that?
It's probably the Vanguard.
But
So there's no identifiable like uniform or anything on these people that we can see from this distance.
Roll perception checks. Ow.
That's my worst. Oh, God. 8. Yeah, we're not really.
Did I just get the best perception
Yeah.
check of the group?
Yes. So
No,
Ashnesra.
Carcer did actually.
Carcer.
Oh.
Okay, but Carcer and Ashnesra, you look closer. And Ashnesra, as you have been familiar with the Watcher's Vanguard before, you recognize their kind of witch hunter type gear with the high collars and their like hats. These look like the Watcher's Vanguard.
If the way they dress is anything to go by, these are members of the Watcher's Vanguard.
They beat us to it. Probably gonna destroy the library and whatever's inside.
Stop them quickly then.
Carcer? Carcer? As you look kind of closer, you kind of bow down a bit and you just focus. You're pretty sure you see something or someone lying on the ground. And as you kind of look closer, you see more people lying on the ground.
Not gonna lie. I think there's some sort of mass grave over there.
What?
What?
So is Carcer still like hanging off the edge of this cliff, sort of looking at everything, or are we? Is that sort of what's going on? Like he's the only one who can see.
Yeah,
it?
I'm still up on the thing.
Yeah, and Ashresha, I guess you kind of walked like on the side of it so you could see as well.
I like over there.
How do they? Does it look fresh? Does it seem as if the Vanguard did it?
Bit far away, mate. We'd have to get closer.
Do you see red blood?
Every time I open my eyes.
As you kind of look around, you see there are more people. Roll stealth checks.
Oh dear.
Oh, baby. Oh, fuck me.
I have disadvantage on this because I have heavy armor.
+5.
Stealth. 12.
All right. You're all kind of sitting there, and then you hear just, "Hey, someone over there."
No.
I instead of like hiding, I'd like to step out into view.
I'm gonna like lie down and hide on top of this wall.
I'm gonna creep away from wherever the voice is coming with the intention
Ash
to flank.
has no common sense, but she does have a plan.
You see that the person is pretty far away, and they kind of walk closer. You see they pull up. They have some heavy crossbow. It looks like a man. And as he come forward, he looks like a man in maybe his 40s. He's got rugged leather armor on, and he looks at you. What's your business here? How did you find this place?
I slowly take the documentation out of my bag, the papers that identify me, and say, it is not important how I found this place. I am Eshenezer Kilianthiel of the Church of Ethereal Grace.
This is Watcher Vanguard's business. How did you find us?
I have reason to believe that you are destroying knowledge that would be useful to the church.
He kind of puts up his crossbow higher, and he kind of holds it. Show me the document.
You know, like pull the scroll open or whatever, and you know, it's a official licensed user of magic, you know, by the Church of the Three Paragons, what have you.
All right, come with me. He kind of still points his crossbow at you, asking him, pointing it for you to follow back to the camp.
I kind of like give a quick like, okay, you know, like look back towards the others slightly, but go with this guy.
I presume we're all concealed in various
Yeah,
things.
Yeah, we're probably giving each other like silent looks, like like shooting back and forth, like what is she doing?
And he walks behind you.
Can I, with that 17, can I follow without being seen?
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, I presume we're all kind of like army crawling through the like the underbrush
Yeah, you're
beside
trying
the
to
road
make
or whatever.
yourself kind of like going forward. There are several mounds of kind of rubble that you'll be able to hide behind. And it is snowing more heavily up here, and it is a lot of wind coming through. He's still holding his crossbow against your back. You keep your hands where I can see them, and you walk slowly, and you shut your mouth. And he kind of motions you to go forward.
I am not planning to do anything untoward. I walk.
He leads you to the center of the camp. Now that you're closer, you can definitely see that there are bodies lying here. They're probably around 6 of them. You see they're kind of sprawled out around the camp, around this ruin. They appear to be Nordic. They have the same kind of armor, the same hair. And you see some other robed figure lying in the corner. You see the kind of crimson blood splattered across the snow, and it's just kind of almost seeping out still. It looks kind of fresh. You even see kind of some steam rising up from the fresh blood. He makes you sit down. Get down on your knees.
Really? Is this what we're going to do? I was hoping to cooperate. You know,
This
together
is cooperating.
with each other.
Shut your mouth.
I don't plan to allow you to shoot me with a crossbow, if that's your strategy.
I don't understand what we do with you. You see, as you're sitting in the snow, more people kind of walk forward. You see 2 soldiers. They're dressed in simpler clothing, but they still have the same emblem of the Watcher's Vanguard. You see one person, they have a bunch of bottles on them. They're wearing small glasses. It's a woman. She's got dark brown hair kind of strapped up in a ponytail tight on her head. She kind of bends down and looks at you. How are you? How did you find us?
Eshin Ezra Kilianthiel. I'm working as a freelancer with the Solars. I am a licensed user of magic from the Church of the Three Paragons.
Yes, of course, we know that, but how did you get up here?
I have a cart and the location of this building, which you appear to have rummaged through already.
Who gave you this information?
As I
Answer.
said, I am
Oh.
working with Captain Lawrence of the Solars.
Not even Captain would have knowledge about their place. So let me tell you again. Who told you about this place? She leans in closer, kind of takes your chin, staring into you. We can make this easy, or we can make this hard. You see them? They wanted to make this hard.
This is all very unnecessary.
How many
She kinda laughs.
how many Vanguard are around?
Yeah, and how, like, where would we be in relation to this as we were creeping up? 'Cause
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make
Because
a
I'm
distraction.
waiting for Esh to
Yeah.
be executed at this point, and I'm gonna dash in. But
They're inside of the ruins, so you'll be able to get pretty close without them noticing. There will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people you can see at this moment, kind of walking around. 2 of them having torches.
all like armed Solar Watchers Vanguard people.
Yeah, they're armored. You see a lot of them have these very silvered swords on their backs as well.
All right.
So you'd be about like 10 meters away from Eshnasra at this moment.
I mean, if they go to like straight up murderer, I'm gonna bolt. I'm by far the quickest person here. I can get there.
Yeah, can I
go
ready an
flash.
action to throw my hand axe if they start
And my bow.
threatening weapons at
And
Ash?
my bow and my axe.
One thing too, from where we are, can Bjorn see that there's like the bodies are Nordic or of Nordic descent from where I am?
Yeah, you'll be able to see that.
Okay, so I guess under my breath the whole time, I'm just slowly just cursing in Nordic and getting more and more angry, just like fuck it, these fucking bag, oh fucking gonna just. And when I'm shushed, I buckle up my my mask and I put my helmet on.
Roll another stealth check.
Yep. With disadvantage. 2.
All right, and as you look, and as you mumble this under your breath, you see as the woman who's knelt down by Eshnasra, she looks up. There are more of them. Get ready. And you can roll initiative.
It appears someone has followed me.
Let me see.
What is your AC and HP, Elf?
Mine?
Because you're just surrounded by them all.
My AC is 14 and my HP is 19.
Oh my god.
I think you're the worst person to be captured.
I'm gonna triple
If I get my
fucking
if I
clock.
get my turn first, or if I get my turn like before a vast majority of them, I can cast mirror image on myself, and we're all good. I prepped mirror image today. We're all good.
I fall on my own cloak. As I
What
try to
level do I
stand.
get advantage on initiative? God damn it.
I don't know if you get advantage at level 4.
I've never seen that on an initiative check. Crit fail.
I'm only level 3.
Two crits.
Never seen that.
That's literally never happened.
This literally never happened.
Why are we making these games?
All right. No, it's
Oh.
the. Let me see.
Oh, it's because we didn't stealth. Shit.
She is going
It's level 7, Peachy.
to. I have it here somewhere.
She is going to kill.
Because you
Ebenezer.
readied your action, I mean, I wouldn't say this is an attack against her, really.
No, this is just purely beyond fucking up, ruining everyone's day.
Yeah, you
Okay.
put the helmet on.
My
and
initiative is
do it
against
once.
Bjarn. I'm gonna cut his tongue out.
My readied action was if they start holding weapons or threatening Ash, so that's not applicable.
Yeah.
See.
I think we've just been spotted. That's about what's happening.
What's your AC, Eshnesra?
14.
14. Okay. She goes to, with the blunt end of her dagger, she's going to try to knock you out.
Mm-hmm.
But as she does, you kind of pull away, and she doesn't have the time to do it again.
I'm quicker than she thinks.
She is going to, yeah, let me see. 12. Okay. She's going to try to grapple you, so you can make a contesting strength saving throw.
Bitch has got some
Uh,
legendary actions
okay.
going on. Some of them sweet legendary grapple actions.
All right. And as she reacts, and she couldn't pass you out, she's going to grapple you. She's gonna still holding her dagger. If you move, I'm gonna cut her fucking throat. And then we have Sven.
I want to shoot her head.
Shoot her head.
I want to shoot her in the face. I mean, we got to start for somehow. Hold on. Okay. I don't think it's worth it in case I miss. So there were, what do you say, 6 of them? 5 that we could see.
Five of them.
Where are the others standing in relation at the moment?
They're kind of standing around her, maybe like 2 feet away. They're kind of looking at your direction. They haven't, they've heard you. They haven't seen you. They have seen Bjarne, but they haven't seen you guys.
Oh, so okay. Then I want to go for like a non-lethal hit against the person holding Ash, so maybe she can run away.
Non-lethal?
Yeah, like in the legs or something. If there's any, is there any visible part? She's not completely mimicking her, I guess, or like at.
Yeah, no, she's not mimicking her. She's probably like a little bit taller than her and probably a bit bigger. So you'd probably be able to go for her, like if you want.
Yeah, I don't want to go for the head. I wouldn't. No. Okay, so I ready up my bow. I hope to not shoot Ash in the belly. Swoosh. 16.
Right, roll damage.
Boo-doo.
8. Let's see.
Sneak attack.
So
Sneak attack.
as you're looking,
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I have the thingy I do because it's
what thing you do? Do you have?
the sneak attack thingy, so I can roll a 2d6.
Do it.
Yeah, I will, but not because you told me.
Is that
Oh shit! No, that's a hold on.
2d6? Is it?
Yeah, the duh. There we go.
Okay, so all right. So, as you see your friend being threatened to her death, you have a longbow, right?
Short bow.
Short bow. you kind of tighten your bow. You stare, and from kind of a small from the cover you have, you go for her leg, and you see as this bolt just goes right into her leg, and she kind of almost loses her grasp upon Esra Nesra. Let's see if she managed to keep on. Yeah, she's still holding on to her.
No. All right. Well,
But it hit her leg, and it's starting to bleed right now. So let me see. So it's going to run towards you, Bjarne, one of the soldiers.
Okay.
And it's going to try to make a mace attack against you.
All right.
See, 14.
That is not a hit.
Not a hit. Okay, so it's gonna go to try to hit you with its mace, but it just hits. The rage and the surprise doesn't actually help it. It's going to try to hit you again. And that's not gonna hit you either. So it does 2 attacks against you, and it won't hit at all. It's probably too surprised. It looks kind of scared. He's probably not been in a battle like this before. They were not prepared for this.
As he's hitting me, I guess it's probably, I'd say my shield is probably soaking the blows, and I'm just literally screaming at him at the top of my lungs as he's swinging at me. Just trying to intimidate him.
You're gonna try. Okay, I'll roll. I'll let you roll an intimidation check on your turn later.
Okay.
All right. Then there are 2 more. See. They only see you, Bjarne, so they're gonna go against you. It's going to make a sword attack against you. That's a 16.
That does not hit either.
No. Okay. It's going to try to make it again. Nope.
So I guess
Yeah, what do you say?
as the second attack, I guess, I don't know if he misses or whatever, but I'm just going to shout out, Odin is with us, stand fast.
Yeah.
telling everyone we're there, looking back. Come on, boys.
Yep, pretty much.
Yes, you Rook and you Castle.
Let me see. You see another one going to go against you. They're all running up against you right now. You're the only one they can see. That's not going to hit. It's going to take another sword attack against you. The other one running in. See, 17. Does that hit?
17 does not hit.
Not hit. Okay. Every single blow, they're just going to attack you, and you take everything with your shield. They're stunned by how well, and they're getting kind of scared. And in the corner, you see another one, and it's got a crossbow, and it's going to try to hit you. That's a 19.
That will hit.
All right. That will be... That's 8 damage.
8, okay.
And Ash, it's your turn.
I am going to cast a spell. And I believe I can do that while I am grappled. Grapple only reduces my movement to 0, unless I am restrained, which is like the next step of grapple.
I'll let you do. I'll let you do a spell attack. Sure.
I start incanting, and suddenly there are 3 copies of me. Also, nearby. Illusory duplicates of yourself appear in space until the spell ends. Duplicates move with you and mimic your actions. Each time a creature attacks, With a D20, you roll 3. Okay, well, it's all there. You can all see it. I don't need to read it all.
Surely she's
It's
just
right-
still holding the real one.
right
though.
there.
Mm.
Yeah, except that I read. Except that I read
Yeah.
that an attack versus me will still, mirror image will still apply to it. I
Even
checked.
when you're
I
restrained?
checked if I could do it while I was grappled, and I can. So.
So if they hit you, it
because
goes.
she can't, because she can't. If the sense that I'm fooling is her sense of like being able to touch me, these ones look just as real as I do. You know.
All right, she's probably gonna be surprised. Do you want to try to get out of your grapple?
If I can, after I've done that, I don't know what
Yeah,
kind of.
no,
action it is.
it will be your action. So you still have your bonus action.
Yeah, I do. But that, I mean, if it's my action, I can't do it in a bonus.
Yeah, no, you can't get out of your grapple in the bonus. But I think if you want to do something else.
Nope. Tell her to stop it.
Nope, I got nothing else I can do.
All right, Yarne, it's your turn.
Okay, so just how many people are around me right now?
You have 3 people that were trying to hit you.
Okay, so okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right.
Is basically just a +2 AC. And then I do that. I just sort of like pound my chest and say Odin, and I guess just like a white light sort of just completely envelops me. And then I'm going to quickly with my shield just sort of slam my shield down into the ground, and I'm going to cast this right here, Spiritual Weapon. And as I slam my shield into the ground, from the heavens, I guess, this massive sort of staff, this basic staff, this iron staff with a large blue crystal on top. It's actually Odin's staff, Gungnir, slams right down in front of me and is going to try and hit the guy directly in front of me.
All right, that would be one of them.
Every time Bjorn does something in battle and starts casting all this shit, Rook is always sat there like, what the fuck? That face at all times.
Did you roll? Is it 22?
Yeah, it's a 22 for the
Okay.
one. I don't like. I can't picture like exactly. I'm assuming there's probably one in front of me and the one to
There
others.
are 3 people. They are kind of like all next to you, and you guess you hit the one that's right in front of you. That was the one that first
The
came up.
first one.
Yeah, the first
Sure.
one. All right, it hits. Okay.
For 4 damage.
Sure. Do you have any more attacks? Is that
Nope,
your turn?
that's my turn between
Okay.
the Shield of Faith and that.
Rook with an initiative of 4.
It's your boy Rook. Let's see. I have a feeling, by the way, that both Spiritual Weapon and Shield of Faith are bonus actions for next time.
I feel.
Um,
I think
I don't know.
Spiritual Weapon is a Spiritual Weapon's a base. You know what? It was a bonus action. So do you mind if I just do an attack? Because I actually couldn't do both of that in one turn.
The spiritual weapon, does it do for force damage to the one?
That was a bonus action. I didn't realize that was a bonus action. I thought that was a regular action. So I did Shield of Faith as a bonus, and then Spiritual Weapon as a regular action. But Spiritual Weapon is actually a bonus action, and you can't do 2 bonus actions in one turn, unless you let me take the bonus action.
I'll let you take that
Okay.
instead. It will be okay.
Okay.
I would always let players take a bonus action as a main action because it's just a weak, shitty turn.
Yeah.
And you squandered it. All right. I'm gonna fucking. There's just gonna be a flap of robe, and then I'm fucking gone. I'm out of the bushes. I'm launching through the doorway, and I'm gonna try and get behind the one that is grappling Esh. So I need to know how far away she is.
How far away Ashes is?
Yeah, or whoever's holding Esh.
I think they're about like 10 feet away from you.
Oh. I thought they were like
It's
100 feet
not-
away.
it's not
I thought I was
far.
gonna have to like action surge over there, like.
No. It's quite
Oh,
close.
mate, she's getting cut up. All right.
Get
Yeah.
her,
So
get
I
her.
appear from nowhere. I want to fucking appear like a little vampire child, cloak up, spinning blades all around this person, trying to free Esh, because I feel like Esh is far more important than anyone else at this point.
Sure.
I mean, I'm gonna cut the living shit out of her, by I'm gonna appear behind her. I'm gonna slice and dice. Or not. Why does it always do this to me? Oh, there we go. Slice and dice. 1, 2.
They both hit.
Both hits. Then I'm expending superiority die as well. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, I don't know if you're allowed to do loads of these. I presume so, because it doesn't say you can only use one per turn. But you tell me, because I will hit both menacing attacks.
Can you do both menacing attacks on your turn? Are you sure?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You tell me. I don't know. It just says all it says is when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one a superiority die. I don't know if it says somewhere else that I can't. I know
If it doesn't
I'm supposed
say
to
that,
know
I'll
this
use.
shit
I
as
will
well.
can check it out, but you can use it for this time. We can look it up next time.
Sure, buddy, pal.
Buddy, you.
I can find out like right now because I feel like it's gonna matter every time. Well, it doesn't say anything. All right, fuck it.
If it doesn't say anything, just go with it, and we
I
can look
think
it
I
up next
can.
time.
I think I can. Someone will tell me one day.
Alright.
It just says on an attack, right?
Yeah,
Extra attack
but I don't know
is
if
Yeah,
it
if
says
it just
something
says an
under.
attack.
It might say under the class thing, like you may only use one superior die per turn. I think. So.
Oh, is that your turn? Do you have a bonus action to do?
My main action is slice. My bonus action is dice with my
Oh, yeah.
offhand.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah, and then
You
2d8s. Oh, go on.
2d8s for.
This is I get to
The,
add this as my menacing attack,
Okay.
and then she has to make 2 wisdom saves
Hmm.
for each of them. I'm trying to frighten her off. That's why I fucking legged it out and appeared like a vampire child, because I want to freak her out.
Is she gonna be scared?
If she wisdom saves lower than 13, twice.
Ah, she ain't scared.
She ain't scared.
She ain't scared.
Is she still up?
She's still up.
I'm cutting around her legs. All right.
So you kind of swish behind the other soldiers to occupy with Bjarni to actually just see you. You jump up, you take a roll,
Yeah.
you kind of throw yourself at the woman holding and grappling Ash, and you kind of cut up her legs, and you see blood start kind of trickling down onto the snow.
She ain't dead.
She's still holding. She ain't dead. And she's holding Ash very hard right now.
She will be. I'm gonna action surge to try and hit her again.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna blow the action surge. Hit her again.
Hits.
7 more.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh my god, she's fucking way too
Jesus
powerful for
fucking
us. We're gonna die.
You're fucking kind of
She's way too powerful for us.
Have you got any more superiority to menacing that?
Yeah. Can I? Yes, I can. Hang on.
Oh
How many do
my
I have?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm gonna menacing attack that one.
Wait, you already menacing attack this turn. I don't know if you can do it twice in a turn.
Well, that's what we just said, and Charlie said I can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sure. Just fucking do it.
8 more damage.
All right.
And another whiz save.
Oh my god, why are you doing this to me?
Holy shit.
Sure.
Slendered her.
Well, while Rook
yeah,
is
she makes it,
taking his turn, everyone else is just sitting down on the battlefield eating sandwich.
Yeah, she makes it.
We'll be down in a
She
minute.
ain't
Well,
frightened.
I'm just like I'm spinning around her, just like slicing up with these fucking
Yeah.
swords, like this
And
little
as you
rogue
kind of-
creature.
As you stop and you see she's holding the knife closer to Ash and Esra's throat, you hit her again, but she's still standing. She's more hurt now, but she's still holding Ash and Esra.
All right. Well, I did my best. I'm gonna like she's menacing attacked me by not dying, so I'm gonna like. As soon as I stop, I'm gonna like look up and wait to do the samurai thing and wait for her to split in 2. And when she doesn't, I'm like, oh my god, she's unbelievably powerful. And I'm just gonna like, I'm not even gonna run away. Normally I can run away from someone that I've hit. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm just gonna stand there and accept the fact that we're all about to die.
All right.
And that's the end of my turn.
Carcer, your turn.
Okay, so I see Rook just like slicing and dicing at this woman. I figure they've got it, and I look over and I see Bjorn's like surrounded.
It's like 4 people.
So I'm gonna start running. But as I do, the woman that's grappling Esh, I'm gonna cast that DC 12.
DC 12.
Which
Wisdom.
whiz, yeah.
She makes it.
God damn it. Alright, then as a bonus action, I'll just rage and run towards where Bjorn is, like into the melee.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tiny shield wall. He's just holding up his shield while like 3 people are like standing trying to get through.
I'm gonna like stand next to 2 of them.
All right, and we are on top of the order again, and it is the woman's turn. And the music starts again.
I read it. It says you can only use 1 maneuver per attack. So these are attacks.
For attack, but they are attacks.
There you
so
go.
it's
Yeah.
true though.
So it's not per turn or
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Broken.
action. I think if it says action,
Oh my god.
then it doesn't count as well because of bonus actions and stuff.
6.
So
Does
actually,
that hit you?
legit.
6 doesn't hit you. No. Ashra, the 6 hit you?
No.
Okay.
You have to roll, and there are of course my 3 copies.
All right, and that.
So you have to roll a d20 before you roll. You have to roll a d20 before you roll your attack, and you got to roll a 6 or higher to
Understand.
hit a duplicate. So you hit a duplicate, and then you do another d20 roll because you rolled a 6, so it hits a duplicate. Whatever it is that you're rolling, because there are like 4 of me in a very small space, like mirrored images. You know?
Okay. I'd say
But your restraint
probably-
means that she has advantage to hit you.
yeah.
I
I'd
guess.
say so too, because she's still holding you physically. She'd be confused, but she's still holding you. She's got you in a grip.
All right, fine, whatever.
I don't think grapple is advantage to hit. It's just normal
No.
to hit. You just
Grapple
don't
doesn't give you
disadvantage.
anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your
Well,
movement.
doesn't grapple impose restraint though? That's the thing. Grapple is the attack, is
Yeah,
the action.
yeah. So
and the
Ash
condition.
couldn't attack someone else without disadvantage, but Ash can attack the person grappling her with advantage. Well, not with just as normal.
No,
I
attack,
don't know,
attack
whatever.
rolls against a restrained creature.
We'll try it out. We'll see what happens.
Grappling is the worst mechanic in all of D&D.
It's pretty shit. Maybe we can do some home rules next time. All right. So.
So 6 does not hit me. Not even at advantage.
Okay, so she had to roll a d20 to see if she understood who she was gonna hit.
Yeah.
But she get it. Okay. I think I get it.
You gotta roll low to hit the right person, then you gotta roll high to hit
It's
you.
a wisdom, right?
No, it's just a flat d20 roll.
It's just a flat d20.
It's a
Well,
flat d20, and if you roll 6 or higher, and I have 3 duplicates, then you hit a duplicate. And then
she didn't get higher than 6.
she didn't get higher than 6, then she
No.
hits me. But then you have to roll the attack roll.
Okay. So, yeah, sure.
Also, I think you're right, Peachy. Grappled and restrained are different.
Yeah, they are.
Grappled is just purely. that
what's your
nothing
AC?
happens to you.
14.
All right. She's holding you, but you're kind of fighting back, so she doesn't actually get close enough to slit your throat. And that's her turn. We have Sven.
I am at a safe distance still, I guess, so I got a good thing going. How hurt does the one that is does she look like she's ready to fall apart, the one holding Ash? Or is she like standing strong, like, well, fuck you?
She's looking pretty rough.
Well, then I will decide to do the same thing I did last time and try to shoot for, maybe not the legs, but because apparently the getting her out of there didn't work. So, yeah, more for that. Yeah, just shoot at her. Best place.
All right.
I shall ready my bow and aim and fire. Shrink
Oh, that hits.
for 8, and also we got sneak attack.
Sneaky damage.
Woof.
All right. So, as you draw back your bow, you look and you see Azunasha as being in this terrible situation. Still not dead, this woman. You focus. And as you let go, you see as this arrow, it sights through, it goes past Brooke, it goes past Ezra, and it goes right into her throat, the side. And you just see as she kind of starts twitching, and she drops the knife and kind of falls down on the snow. You see the other people, they look around at you. The 3 soldiers, they look at Bjarne, and the 1 ranger kind of looks. They drop their weapons. We don't want fight. We'll leave. Whatever you want.
Did you say that was one of the ones right in front of me?
No, that was the one that was shooting at you with the.
Are we out of initiative?
We're out of initiative.
I'm gonna recklessly attack him.
Fucking hell.
All right.
I'm raging.
Sure. Do it.
So I get advantage for reckless.
Yeah. Okay, that hits.
11.
All right.
Oh, +2 for my rage.
Yeah,
then.
for your rage. So for the sake of brevity, you see as this person kind of drops they dropped their weapons, and you take your axe, still in rage, you shove it right down their shoulder, and you just see as it kind of goes down through the rib cage. And at the same time, they drop their weapon, and they kind of go down on their knees in the snow, and just to see how this crimson blood splatters over the white. It kind of falls down. The other ones just kind of fall to their knees and have their hands above their heads.
The 3 right in front of me.
This is
Yeah.
those 3.
That was one of them. If no one stops me, I'm gonna keep attacking them.
Yeah, I was gonna do something too. As I see you go for the attack, I'm gonna take my shield and literally just jam it into the ground, and take my hammer and take it with 2 hands and sort of come back like this and just bury it into one of the other vanguards
Wipe
next to
them
me's
out.
head.
All of
Yeah,
them.
I'm not stopping.
Fucking do it moment.
So they try to escape, but one after one, you pick them off. And after a while, you're just left with 5 vanguards lying dead in the snow, each killed using different methods, and lying among the other dead Nords. You hear the wind swishing through the ruins, the small torches lying on the ground, and just a symbol, the small embers just kind of pass out. And you're standing there in the snow among blood and guts. And that's where we're gonna end the session.
Boom! They got wrecked.
Yeah,
we
we
interrogate them now.
Yeah, we interrogated them good, didn't we?
Yeah, great job, guys. You killed.
We got the info.
You got all that info.
I was
from,
raging. I had to carry on.
We learned a lot of things.
They killed my my Odin bros.
Yeah.
There's literally no
You
way.
2 were the
Like,
only
that's
the only justified ones, realistically, unless Esh decided some crazy thing was happening at the same time.
Yeah,
Elf needs to go like now, so we'll do like
Yeah.
the quickest wrap up ever. Blitz fire, goodbyes and good nights, starting with Iron Chef Bobby Flail.
I'm Iron Chef Bobby Flail. Follow me on Twitch at Iron Chef Bobby Flail. I play Bjarne. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week.
Elf.
I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/distractedelf or Twitter at distractedelf.
Fucking pony.
Pony Punch. I'm gonna sing tomorrow. I'm Swedish. Play Conan.
Click.
I'm Swedish. Why is that?
PG.
That's important to say.
I'm Swedish. Follow me on twitch.tv/peachypixelate or youtube.com/peachypixelatetube. I'm Swedish.
Charlie.
Offensive. You're not Swedish.
Not.
You're not Swedish unless you can speak like a Swede.
I have blue eyes and I'm super.
Okay,
white.
we should shut up.
It's your turn, Charlie.
Hi, I'm Charlie. People call me Tilla. I'm also Swedish, but I don't speak like that. I was your demon, and it was a lot of fun. Come back next Tuesday to
When the
see what
rest
happens.
of the army show up.
Exactly. You can find me on Taylor Sager at Twitch. No, at Twitter, and you can find me at the Till on Twitch. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything
It's
else.
that
She's Swedish.
post
I'm
DM
Swedish.
post DM soft brain that kicks in.
Exactly.
As soon as you stop DMing, you're like, oh, let go, and your brain stops. All right. Well, I'm Brad Wetto. Just follow this channel if you want to stay here and watch this next week or any other bullshit that I run. Actually, some of the other bullshit is on other channels, but you can find that out by using Google. I believe in you. Thanks for watching, all of you lovely watchers. Thanks for playing, players. It was another great session. Fucking love this campaign. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.